Eze can go on, please.
Okay, so thank you very much, Jimmy, for that. So please, it is nobody is supposed to represent anybody. We are actually all supposed to be in that court because it is our mandate. I always say it. Peter Obi made two statements. The first one he told me was go and verify. No politician had ever told me that kind of thing to me. The second one is that he made it clear to me that I am contesting election through him. And that is the basic reason why I always say it. I followed my results from polling units to ward, from ward to collation center, and came back to my house by 3 a.m. I stood up to PDP. We shout, they shout. Raise the 2x2. Fight, they fight. Invite army, make them come. All these things in one night. They put call to military people. Why no? Because if they want constitute your nuisance with your gang, I have my own people that will come to my help. So I fought all these things because it is my mandate. I am in court. Everybody in violence space is not fit to be in court. We are in court. And if you cannot be in court, if my food money or flight money or your bus money for those that use road, press the thing, enter. Me now, I'm supposed to be, possibly if I was in Abuja tomorrow, I will not have maybe bothered to press anything to Releva Best because me, I gas press myself. They all right for the Abuja. But as I know I gas press one of my logistics, go for them. That's the normal way to do things. So that representation we are getting, we will get it to the fullest. Please, that is just my own about the tribunal because the case still continues. So we should do our best to keep Releva Best. You don't see us. I didn't even know about this story of going to Oshun. In fact, him that is traveling by road, I don't know how he's doing it. All his movement should possibly be by flight because we know
I swear, and every time he travels is by road. He's always like, I'm in my head. I'll be thinking, Baba, hey, bro, no, how much would he fly? Like, fly. He wants to go by road because he's not one of those that just wants to get money from you for no sake, And he also doesn't like asking for funds. It's difficult for him. I know that, but he's just doing what he can. So please, let's support as much as you can. Thank you. Continue, my brother.
Yeah, so please, Releva Best. In fact, yesterday, I had to beg him for his account because the fact that you're on space or on space with somebody does not even really give you the right to go to his DM. Yes, you're trying to do something, but I had to come out to it in a way like I had to make him comfortable. I had to beg him. In fact, I said it the first line, he ignored it. I said it the third line, he ignored. I had to keep requesting before he eventually. So please, let's all support ourselves as brothers and see to it that this our court case, we will follow it up to the end. And please, I don't know if it is possible. Releva Best, if you are here, limit me as a person. Anywhere flights, no, they go, they had me. So we should try as much as possible to also put him on flights and make him as comfortable as possible to represent us and to give us those first-hand informations. That is what I want to say on the Presidential Tribunal recap. Then about the MidBelt killing, I want to make it clear to us. The killing in MidBelt is an APC jihad killing. Is when you say it's from presidency, tomorrow, Labour Party will be the president of this country. So presidency is an office that people come and go. It is APC. This is a manifesto. It's just that it is part of their manifesto that they did not publish. That is why it's a silent manifesto. Because I do not see the reason why 29 people were killed in Jos. Our president did not say anything. But the moment in fact, to show you that he has lost count, he thought that it was actually US citizens that were killed, the 4 people. He thought it was US citizens. That was why he rushed to his media aides or whatever. They do not even have the first-hand information. They rushed immediately to go and say, the 4 people that were killed in Anambra, it is totally condemnable. You are condemning 4 US aid workers, the Nigerian workers that work with US. you made a mistake, because those people must probably be Igbo people. But because they do not have the information, the Mumu went and tweeted as president of the country to sympathize with America, because 4 people were gunned down in their convoy. But you have not seen 29 in Kaduna. You have not seen 40 that comes every two days from southern Kaduna. You have not seen the 37 from Jos. Our president and our APC, they do not hear about the village that was wiped out in Nasarawa. They have not seen the Ekwa pastor that was killed. They don't see all those ones. Unless it has to do with America or China, maybe possibly a China contractor is gone down. He will write something. So it is an APC manifesto. The killings in Middle Belt is an APC manifesto. And the only advice I have for the Middle Belt is, please, my brothers and sisters, you must group yourself and protect yourself. You people are fighters, and you cannot go down without a fight. It's not possible. You must defend yourself. You must gather in your numbers and form a security network. Form a security network that will protect your villages and hinterlands. If not, this is a manifesto, it's an agenda, it's a plan, and they are following it. Their ogas in Abada will never talk about it, because you do not expect somebody to condemn what he is sponsoring. It doesn't make logical sense. Somebody cannot sponsor the killing in your zone, and then you turn around and go and sit in front of the person's door telling the same sponsor to make a comment about what he's sponsoring. It doesn't work that way. So you must come together. You have your people in all the security. You must have a general security meeting of all Middle Beltans. You people, your people in the military, in the police, you must gather yourselves together and end the killing of your mothers. It is terrible. A small baby will be crying on top of the mother's body. And we have a president. We say we have a president in this country who is having his dentist, he's treating, from the place he's treating his teeth. He was able to tweet about the American whatever that were shot. If not that America came and told us that nobody. And you see America, the way they said it, the other one is, it was just a passive statement. Because if an American citizen was involved, we foresee shaking. So, but please, Middle Beltans, as we amplify it online, speak about it on our various WhatsApp, and trying to alert Nigerians. And the funny thing is that APC have bought over all the media channels. If not for Twitter, nobody will know there is killing in the north. I post yesterday, day before yesterday, in my status, I brought out the whole day and said, please, for you people who are on my contact list, I want to show you people, as you are in your house eating rice and enjoying, I want to show you what happened in the Middle Belt for last week that was not reported by any channel's news or any media newspaper in Nigeria, simply because of a state capture that is being perpetrated by APC. Follow me. I posted more than 10, all the videos, all the pictures from Twitter. You see people shouting Jesus. When did this happen? People don't even know, because the media intentionally will not report it. APC and their people will never talk about it. Have you gone to any APC handle, see them retweet anything about Middle Belt? Check all their handles. Anything APC. Majority of APC, anything you see about Middle Belt killing is an obedient handle. There is no APC handle from A to Z that will tweet about that. It is none of their business. They are more interested in our pampas. You understand? So please, please, and please, protect yourself. Even your T.Y. Danjuma, your general, said you just have to protect yourself. You just have to protect yourself. You cannot sit down and be killed every day by day, and then you cry about it. Things don't work that way. That is my contribution about that. And then please, obedience, Abuja obedience, I also want to use this opportunity as I yield to say a very big thank you to you people. APC people who APC supporters in Abuja. Kudus coming to Abuja. He's not coming for any court case. He's probably trying to tell you people that very soon the seat of power will change. And he's trying to inform you that very soon the big boys of Lagos, the Agboros of Lagos, will soon infiltrate your town. And you will have a feel of how Lagos, Tinubu's Lagos used to be. You know, where a tout will comfortably tweet that he's coming to. And please, obedience. When Apapa comes tomorrow, when Kudus comes tomorrow, allow them into the court premises. Let them enter. And please, no noise inside courtroom. Allow them, isolate them. When they want to constitute nuisance, shut up your mouth, don't talk anything. Let the court have their processes of handling idiots. So don't go there inside the court, make any noise. In fact, within the court premise, don't make any noise. Allow them to take their flights from all over. Allow them, when they come tomorrow, open the courtroom where. Accommodate all of them. Unanas we they do them. Once we reach inside court, everybody, or your mask, shut up, Kim, everybody, quiet everywhere. Because inside court, not only my lord they hear, they know they allow them to stand up, possibly try to rush to where our petition is and carry, because these are touts. Tomorrow, our papa might jump to the front seat, want to tear some documents that we came to with to the court. These are anything APC. You want to do something in Labour Party, you cannot see the way they are dressing his agbada. Like he doesn't even know how to dress. The other person is his PA. He'll be shifting his agbada, shaping. He doesn't know how they hijack clothes from him from anywhere. So please allow them to constitute their nuisance. Open the court, let them come in. When we now finish court case, una know as we dey do am, you get the thing. When we now finish court case and they want to be mad outside court to make them come outside, you get. Una know that kind of thing what they do for secondary school. Person go do something when principal dey, we no go talk. One school dismiss, outside gate. That's how they run on that year. Outside gate, come outside. So allow them to come to court. Court is a free place for everybody to come and do whatever you want to do. That one is your business. But please, obedience in court. Let us be orderly. Let us be quiet. And let us follow every due process, just like our principal. When the court process is done, we meet them outside. We pass them for number. And I know most of these things where they talk, now mouth, they know reach. We won the election in a landslide until today. To bring the papers you used to rig, e choke. Bring even the rig, forge something, INEC, forge something, cook up something and bring tomorrow. Finish. We know you've rigged it, cook up something and bring. E choke. They cannot. So please, thank you very much to all of us. And together, this our mandate, the certificate of return. It is not will be returned, must, MUST, be returned. Okute and Dati, they game full time. So relax. Thank you very much, and I yield.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always wonderful listening to you speak, my brother. Thank you very much. I think let's keep the conversation rolling. We have hogged the mic so long. So we'll do like 5 speakers back to back without interruption. Let's take a lady next. April, please, in 4 minutes, please, when you see us wave our hands, understand that you should be wrapping up your submission as fast as possible. Jimmy, I see you. Let me bring you back up. I will start with April, then I'll come to you, Oladipo. You're going next. I'm here for the longest. Then we'll take the guy.
Help me bring up that person.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Okay, so we'll take a guy, a lady, same way, back to back. All right. So April, you have the space. Good evening.
Hi guys, good evening. Good evening, and thank you guys for all you are doing. I joined when you guys were going on, and it was like you were speaking everything that's on my mind. I actually came here to vent, like I always do, and to remind people that the things that you people are fighting for in Nigeria, they are actually very, very, very. Those are not the things that matter, because I was Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse. I entered the room because I was driving. I just needed something to while away time. Come and see Igbos and Yoruba going at each other. See these people fighting. Do you know what they are fighting about? Biafran War in 1960. Awolowo did this. This one did that. Over issues that you guys were not even there. You don't know what
My
happened.
my sister beg. You see this violence space. This violence space. We are if there's something we know or we are reputed for is that we don't carry outside gossip and come here.
No, it's not even outside gossip.
No
You
no
don't
wait
get. They
now,
do.
please
They
please. I'm coming.
Topic,
I'm
please.
coming.
Topic, please.
Please do not bring any. If you come up here and you see our topics, stick to our topics. We don't freaking care what they're saying in clubhouse, what they're fighting. That is their business. That's why it is their room. When you come to our room here, we have topics we are discussing on. Stick to these topics. That's why we on this platform we are very very big on topics. Please, if you come up here, you see we have 3 topics, and I say it all the time. You can come here and you just want to talk on one. Talk on that one and use your time and vent.
Also, I just want to chip this in to to
Nothing
buttress your
concern
points.
us and other people's.
Please, madam, understand this. This is the obedient engine room. This is where obedience come to power up and to charge up. We don't come on this platform to further fan where we are taking L's or where there's paranoia or to just dwell on what the opposition is saying. If it's like that, every space on violence space will be discussing Igbo hatred, tribalism, and things like that. So we do have a topic. One. Two, I understand your point. There are people saying a lot of trash and there are all those things, but this space is not for that. This is where the obedience come, power up, charge up, get information. We break down all their propaganda. We diffuse all the evil they have planned for us. And this is also where we come, we laugh, and we enjoy ourselves and get our adrenaline back. So I understand you, but please operate on this space like all those other places don't exist. And everyone here is your best friend. We come here and we have fun. You see, when you hang with your friends, you don't come and start discussing your life's biggest problems. You're with them to zap in, suck up all that good energy, and then you go back to your problems with renewed zeal to face them. I hope I did a better job of explaining what this platform is about and the energy you should bring here and the energy you should expect. God bless you. Continue your submission if you understand me.
No, of course I understand you. Like when I came on, when I clicked join space, you guys were talking about the differences between our country and where you guys are. That was what that was what I heard when you guys joined. I'm not in Nigeria, so I'm not going to the courts.
It's
I
fine.
don't.
So we're just trying to explain to you that I
Yeah,
guess you're new, you just
yeah.
joined.
So I just
Please
because at
understand that it's
times,
still in relation to the topic. So
yeah.
continue.
So at time we can say this is an obedient space, but you'll be surprised that these people they are still here. They are everywhere. They are always trying to listen, and I use every opportunity I get to kind of speak to their stupidity. I'm sorry to use that word. That's what I actually
This is
find
where you're
myself
still
doing.
getting us wrong, ma'am. This is not the space where we speak to them. This is the space that speaks to obedience. Please understand the distinction. Continue.
Okay. All right. You kind of made me lose my train of thoughts. You guys should just continue. But I would just say though, Nigerians, I hope the fight that they are talking about really get involved, fight and get this mandate back because these people want to distract you with different nonsense. Don't fall for it. But I am glad you said everybody here is aligned and perhaps we don't need all this kind of encouragement right now. So I yield the mic. God bless you. I'll just sit here and listen.
Okay, so please stick around, and when you feel like you want to give us a submission again, raise your hand. You know where the emoji button is, and we will bring you back on. The space will run for about 6 more hours, so you have more than enough time to, get the general gist of the thing, and then come back up. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. You can always ask and say, but I beg, which space you run for which 6 hours? You want queue? I beg.
Go
We
to
get
court.
God for money.
Go
I
to
beg. I
court
can't
if you're
sleep.
arguing how long this space will run. Go to court.
I beg. You go stop. 6 more waiting. 6 more que. Let me portable voice. C square. I better go. All right, let's go real quick. Thank you guys for sending me receipt for blessing Real Lover Best. Please keep the blessings coming. Please keep blessing him. It is very, very, very important for us. God bless you guys. All right, let's go to the next person. The next speaker, I think Oladipo, you're meant to go next. Good evening, my brother. You have the space.
Good evening. How are you? Can you guys hear?
Perfect, my brother. Perfect.
Perfectly, sir.
Àwọn àgbà náà ló sọ pé adìẹ tó yàgbẹ́ sínú ìṣasùn sàárè ara ẹ̀ ló ń bàjẹ́. Jimmy is laughing. Yeah, I don't know if you can translate that because me, you know.
A chicken shitting in the pot is actually desecrating his own grave. Yeah. He's actually desecrating where because the pot is where he's going to end up.
So that is the situation of the stupid APC Yoruba people that feels that they are doing themselves a huge favor by rooting for these thieves. Eyín tájá fi ń bọ́mọ ẹ̀ ṣeré, òun náà ló fi ń gé jẹ. Let me tell you something, Kudus. If you love yourself, do not attempt to attack or touch anybody or say anything provocative to people tomorrow. Because let me tell you, you may not like where you end up. I'm not threatening you, I'm just warning you. Nigeria is at a point whereby everybody is pent up. That is the second thing. Thirdly, I don't know if any of you took notice. I think Jimmy did, of Lamidi Pampa's cap. You know, that cap carried the symbol of Tinubu. They just had to put something to make it look a bit different. I don't know if anybody has taken their time to look at that cap very well. You see, these people keep telling us, you see, there is a saying that if someone shows you who he is, believe them. They keep telling us that this is who they are. Kudus flew all the way to Abuja, and I know it did not go alone, just because they needed to stand by their mole. That is that. I want to say this, and I'll say it in Yoruba. Torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè ẹkún bí. Me, I don't have any respect for the past that I used to learn. I know it's very Dino Melaye, ó ti kọrin, ó ní àjẹkù ìyà ni ó jẹ. You see, you people have not realized that this same cohort, these Fulani terrorists, are setting you up to suffer. Presently, our people in the middle belt are the ones suffering. And you think they can't come to the south. They cannot come to the southwest. Even if they want to come, we have Muslims in our midst and they cannot kill Muslims. They do not even identify you stupid fucks as Muslims. That's one thing you have not realized. They don't even believe that you are Muslims. And they have a plan. And you people are working and helping them to achieve their very satanic plan over your lives. You have not realized that these people, they are trying to subjugate and subdue you people. If you don't know much, go and read about Constantinople. Go and read about Turkey. Because you people keep trying to push what you have not even... And I keep asking myself, is it about madness or is it about willful ignorance? Because when you finish smoking that Tinubu's dried shit, it seems to mess up your brain to the fact that you are educated, but you are gallantly stupid. Because how can you tell me that you are rooting for someone that has the likes of the well-known certified terrorist as his vice president. I don't need to tell you more. People are being killed on a daily basis. The news is not even broadcasting it. I'm a Yoruba boy, but I tell you today, Sherry, in Kotan me for our we go chop a pounded yam for yam. Now, wait till I go tell you be that. Wait till we they plant for ourselves. These guys are looking at us and they are laughing and using us as if they are just they are looking at us and saying, look at these fools. And they are orchestrating and putting their plans in place. And you see, I am happy that Sizu went so far on that impersonator thing. Because you see, a lot of people never knew the gravity of that drama. That guy made sure that that drama was public. Let me tell you why. You see, by the time they want to use that thing for their evil plans, if Peter Obi does not take a step about it, I won't lie to you, they will use that thing. It will only be God that will make Peter Obi to be safe from whatever they are planning with it. Because I don't understand. I know Pio is a man of peace, but sometimes I think Pio is too gentle for my liking. That is someone telling you that, look, you are not safe. That is the genesis and the revelation of it. That is what it is. But I say to you, for every Yoruba person here supporting the APC, you need to go and sit down. Ask yourself, our market for the last 8 years, can you ask yourself objectively without inserting any political jargons into it? Ask yourself, our market. Because if you think you're safe, I tell you today, just like the words that this guy said in this movie, Patriot, he said, this battle will not be fought to get sense before it takes you out. I yield my.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Oladipo, always amazing listening to you. Thank you. All right, let's move on real quick. Peju, a new Nigerian needs you. You have the space with 4 minutes, man.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I really enjoyed everyone's submission. And one thing is that I feel this, and this is something that I wanted to say in the last space I didn't get to say, which also goes with today's topic. Our hope is in God. It's not in the country. It's not in the government. It's not in the military. It's not even in the court. Our hope is in God. Because God is the one that can determine all those variables and set them in the right path, And I know sometimes we critique Pio for his gentleness and everything. I will take a gentleman any day over a brutish person. Because a brutish person that doesn't have a heart will sit like Buhari and continue to watch people get killed in Delta. It's a good thing that Pio has a heart. I have to say that again. Because he's received criticism from women and men. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. I personally like the fact that he is a gentle person and is a man of peace. Because then he has no fault in that area. And it's good to have no fault in a certain area, especially when people are looking for fault. So it's okay, that it is okay if he approaches someone to correct a situation and correct it publicly is actually a wise thing for him to do. He is is taking away every trap that they are setting. Anyway, going back to what I want to say really quickly, I just needed to say that about him. Um, um, there was a program today that was talking about Nigerians, and they were talking about Nigerians in Houston. It was a show about Nigerian food and things like that, about a documentary that was coming up. And the woman was saying that she was telling people that did they know that as much as Asians are a stereotype, that Asians are the most educated in America, that it's not true, that it's actually Nigerians that are the most educated. And I'm glad that Jimmy brought up that point. But it's actually the fact that Nigerian is the most educated ethnic group in America today. And I'm glad Jimmy brought that part up. So now we look at it and then look at who's ruling where everybody, goes to and to finish their retirement. If they stay here and then they go there or whatever. So if we look at it, there's an injustice. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is the judges should have appointed an arbitrator in the court. They're allowed to do that. You have two main opposing factions. One who stole and the other who is trying to get his mandate back. They should have put an arbitrator ahead of whatever meeting it is, so that that person could be a witness of what's going on. Because APC is always going to do shenanigans, and this would have probably expedited the case. They probably could have comes to Lagos and the cities where they dwell. It will be unbearable for them. There's one last thing about this violence. ISIS got his income from arms, meaning all those guns and bombs and whatever. That was how they were getting their sources of income, and also trafficking people, doing drugs, oil smuggling, kidnapping, foreign funds, from people that wanted to safeguard their own particular enterprise or illegal interest, fake humanitarian aid, illegally selling artifacts. One of the European countries was refusing to send artifacts to Nigeria because they were saying that the Benin king might not be able to guarantee that it would actually be safe in Nigeria. Can you imagine this? This is how bad our reputation is. So anyway, and also the other thing they do too is extorting people, like what MCO Luomo does, which is so. There are three different categories now that they've called all these bandits. They call it banditry, they call it herdsmen, they call it Boko Haram. In my opinion, they're all working together. And the problem we have is that we have police officers and military officers that only take orders. But unfortunately, when they take orders, they don't take orders according to the law and according to the constitution, which is Nigeria's main problem. And God help us, these are the areas we need to be praying about. Anyway, I'll yield the mic. Power belongs to God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Power belongs to God, but at the same time, God will not do for us what we're meant to do for ourselves. We have to, as a people, also do what we have to do, play our active roles, and God takes charge and say, okay, they have done their part. If not, we keep waiting. Even nations that don't even believe in God are going far, leaving us behind, because we as a country, we have left everything, even our human part, our work that we have to work. We have left it for God to do everything for us. He won't come down and do it for us. He will only do his own part. We have to start playing our part. And I say big ups to all Nigerians, because we just woke up, and I say good morning to every one of us. Let us keep playing. All right, let's keep the conversation rolling. My brother, Never Best, it's now your time. Thank you. I just have to, first of all, thank you before I even bring you up to speak. Thank you, bro, for all you do. For the sacrifices, it's not easy. It's not easy coming out here. Guys, I see all of you reaching out to Real Never Best, showing him love. Thank you. I'm seeing the receipts in my DM. I am blown away. Please do not stop. Keep sending him love. Let us, he's happy. I know he's happy right now. I have been, I don't want to say some things, but please, guys, keep showing him love. Whatever it is, there's nothing too small, there's nothing too big. He's doing an amazing work for this movement, an amazing work for this family. He is an amazing person. So please don't let the love stop. Keep showing him love. Let him feel happy. Like today is his birthday too. All right, liver best. If your hands are not busy and your mouth is not pinning you, you can unmute your mic and speak now. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, liver best. You have this space. Liver best. Are you in Lagos, France? Where are you? Because that are the two places that network is shaking.
Don't worry, I'm here. I've just disconnected my earphone. So let me do that again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're spacing from. I don't know where Ezenandi came from. He just blew me off the space. I didn't see that coming. But anyway, what can I say? I'm feeling, I feel like a little baby now. I don't know how to feel again, but I'm so happy. It's always good. But let me just do some disclaimer. I don't want to sleep in a good hotel. If I sleep in a good hotel, perhaps I might not be able to wake up on time. And secondly, I was not the hero of that day. I think the hero of that day is our Papa. I think Islamida Papa is the hero of that day because I think he's the one who is being talked about all over the place. He's just a hero, perhaps in a certain way. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you for all of you that have reached out to me. Thank you so much. So, Saddam, thank you, NCs, Jimmy, Otumba, all of you that be keeping this space going. I say thank you to you. You know, all of us are partners in this struggle, and just like the body, the human body, no one is more important because if the nose says, "Oh, I'm important," then the eyes, will have problem. The eyes, the legs, the every part of our body is important. So we are just like the human body. We are all important. All of us are doing our little best in our own little corner. So, and it's when those things come together that you see this whole movement actually breathing. What happened on Wednesday was something that, because I had actually gotten to Abuja very late on Tuesday. The driver that drove me to Abuja, I don't know, the man was stopping almost at every bus stop. The man even took us to somewhere in, I don't know, Joseph Ayo Babalola University. That man that the CS, there's a place they said there's water, people go and drink I was sleeping and I woke up, the car stopped, I saw myself in a place like looked like a shrine, but I think it's a religious ground. The people believe, I don't know any of you have gone to that place. People believe that when they go there, drink the water or use the water to bath or it cure their sickness. So people dream to get to that place. So I just saw so I got to Abuja around after 12 that day. So when I woke up in the morning, I was feeling I wake up, should I sleep? But all of a sudden, I don't know when I woke up and I got myself prepared. And I had tweeted, after some time that people should just come to. So when I got to that court, I think I saw one other person. So we're just at some point we're just three persons that was there. And while we were just trying to, know ourselves, a car just dropped, pulled by in front of the appeal court, and it was a papa and Alabambi and one other woman, and there were like four. Like, no, I don't know whether Anthony was in that car, but because I saw him came in his white jalabia. So immediately we saw them, like it was just instant, just basic instinct. We just went to them to interview them. Like, what do we do? Just want to get a sense of what they want to. So we interviewed them. That was that first this thing that we had tweeted. My phone was giving me problem, so I just tweeted. So when we are now like our mind, something told me that these people, if that came to court this early, they have a plan, and people were not there. So we now started calling people, like call Labour Party people to come. This is what was happening. Very like 30 minutes interval. The DJ of the campaign came in. So when he came, I went to him and said, "These people are here." And he said, "What are they doing?" I said, "I don't know what they're doing. I just saw them this morning. They have not opened the court. They have not even opened our court, but the court one of Apide, but they opened the court too. So we went to the court. So I'm monitoring them. And immediately they opened that door, all of us actually went into. So the first thing we did was to secure that corner, to make sure that our people, we called people to come, our people to come and sit in all those places. Little after some time, USC Maxwell came and I just had to occupy that place. So I sat in the very place that PO was supposed to sit. So I sat in that very place, and after some time, when the court was about to resume, right? These people now came and that they want to sit on that place. PO has not arrived at that point. They now came. So I was just wondering in my mind, like, if these people had actually taken over that place and PO just walked into that court and the man would be stranded, like it would have been an embarrassment. It would have been something that it would have been a trauma because PO would just be wondering what is happening because they were five already and this the mindset was to come and occupy that very place that PO and the chairman would sit. So when this thing was going on, like it was like a disaster in the courtroom, and the judges, some of the court clerks, came and said, "What is happening? That these people, why are they causing too much commotion?" In short, there was one lawyer that was now telling them that, "Oh, you can't do this. You have a problem in the court. Go and sort it out where you're having your issues. You can't come here. This is appeal court. You can't come here and bring your problem to this court. Whatever problem, your cases are in court. Go and sort it out." So we laid claim to the seat and we never gave them an inch. And they did all they could do. They could not get close to the seat and they went back to their seat. When it was time to announce presence, so when P2B now came and it was time for them to announce, presence, and P2B said, "Oh, his P2B is presenting," and the Labour Party woman, because what has happened all this while is the fact that because the party chairman knows that their case is in court, so he has not actually been standing in for Labour Party. So it's the publicity secretary has been doing that before now. But that day, the mama of the woman leader came. So when they called, she actually stood in for Labour Party. When she made the first announcement, she didn't say I'm standing, but later she now made that statement because if she had not made it, her papa would have just stood up. And so after she made that statement, her papa now stood up, and the court was filled up because you need to see this court. Every inch of that court is filled up. I said it in the last time I spoke on this. Like even the spaces, in between every row of the seat is supposed to be a space where people can pass. But immediately that court, if the judges themselves, the justices are passing through, they will have to be stepping on people's body. So even the lawyers will sit on the floor. And I can tell you, like 95% of people that come to that, so what is 95%? 95% of people, 98% of people that come to that court are people who are rooting for P2B. In fact, even the interns that is even working for other parties that are our opponents, they're even P2B supporters. So the court, that was a pandemonium in the courtroom. But the justice now told the man that somebody, like two people cannot stand actually for Labour Party, that somebody has actually announced her presence, so two people cannot stand. It was at that point. So he tried to make an argument, and the justice actually, shunned him out and asked him to sit down. That already somebody has actually said it, and people cannot represent in one sitting. So that was how they were ashamed throughout that court season. They remained there like orphan, and they could not say a word. Now, after the court hearing, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how people have come here to give actually what happened on that day. I think when our lawyer made the case that to show his difficulties. Okay. Some people have to show his difficulties. APC lied. Both APC. I know that people are APC and INEC. They are working together. In short, our lawyer called them allied forces. Allied forces because they are working together. INEC, that is supposed to be an umpire, is acting like they are candidates in the election. So our lawyer termed them as allied forces because they are working together. And I hope all of you, before this time, may have had what actually transpired. Because I think our legal team, they are very smart, and I think those people will have to give them their flowers. They know what they are doing. Because they actually wanted to make the argument of APC not giving them, the materials that they need. And when these people started lying, the way our barrister actually, when he stood up, he said, "I'm shocked. I don't even know how to. I'm shocked that people could lie, tell so like he doesn't even know how to respond because the lie was so bad, it was so irritating that it take the will of God for you to know how to respond." For you to respond to that kind of lie. And it was obvious that they were lying. And when they actually wanted to make the argument, because this court you are going tomorrow now, they wanted it to be, the man said, "No, it can't be that long. You can't take it that far." And they say whatever they need. They served us that morning. They served us two this thing that morning and wanted them to, and we are making the case that you have not replied to the SAM. The man said something you served me. You had opportunity to serve it before now. 5 days to serve. You didn't serve. And but anyway, people must have said all this. So when we were leaving the courtroom, we just decided no. This man that just came to this court, if the man had come to court, respect himself, listen, perhaps nobody would have said anything. Because for those people who said there was a mob action, nobody knew they were coming. Nobody knew. If we knew they were coming, would have been there. Nobody knew. So this idea that people are saying, we planned him. We never planned him. But he made a mockery of himself, and we just decided to tell him, no, this is not, we cannot suffer for 9 months. Some of us have died in this process. Some of us have left our job. Some of us have lost money. Some of them have left some of us that are in school have left what we are doing, and we are doing for 9 months. We didn't see this man. I was on campaign train. I didn't see this man. So for you to come now and want to mess up the whole thing, because this whole idea is to mess our court case up. So we said no. That was how we dragged him out of the court, like NCs have said. I think I will align with what NC said. I think it was the police that actually showed him off the court, and we told the police that please they should advise him not to actually try what he's doing, because he's actually dancing a dance of death. We cannot tolerate that. So for tomorrow, we are going to go there in good time. Don't worry, whatever thing they are going to do, they are not going to come to that court to constitute nuisance. If that is what they want to do, I think the police are there to actually show them the way. We are going to be there to protect our own, to make sure that whatever that belongs to us will keep, being our own. We cannot allow these people. That is to tell you what people have actually commented on all these things. What we are fighting is the Nigerian state. We are fighting the system. APC did not rig election. It was the Nigerian state that rigged the election. APC is not that big to rig election. They are evil geniuses, but they don't have. But it is the gears of power that actually rigged the election. So we are dealing with the Nigerian state, that is a criminal organization, a criminal enterprise that has held all of us down all these years. And I continue to say this, especially on this space, that the good thing is that we are the generation that can change, the trajectory, this country. If we can't change it, then we have to, leave it and perish. But I think we can do it, and that is why we have done the much we have done. The people who have held this country, they are ready to do anything. And for me, the more I see all these things, it encourages me, because it makes me feel and know that these people know that they have wronged us. These people know that they need this win this election. If they know they win this election, they won't be this different. They will just at the end of the day say, we'll go to court and we'll prove the case. Because INEC does not have the receipt to show that the pronouncement they made is legal. They don't have it. Even when they say, they don't have it. If they have it, they will bring it. But this case is going to expose a whole lot of things, and Nigerians are, for once, we are going to know where this country stands, because this Nigeria has not been exposed. Now we are actually tearing it one by one. We are tearing Nigeria. Very soon, Nigeria will be naked, and because people have been past what we have actually passed through. They've made this country to be a monster, and that is why you see these monsters coming to actually rule this country. That is why you see people like Apapa, people are paying him, old man, 78 years, whether it's his football age or what, but he's coming to toy with us. He cannot do that. It's not going to happen. So I don't want to hog the mic so much, but just trust us. All of you that is in Abuja, if you're in Abuja tomorrow, please, if you're going to come to court, come on time. Come on time. It's important to come on time. We are going to do whatever God is giving us the grace to do, we are going to do it. So for all of you that also in this space, for all of you that is not in Nigeria, we are all partners in progress. We are all casualties of what Nigeria has become. We are all heroes, and we are fighting this fight together. So thank you everyone that is here. Saddam, thank you, Jimmy, Otumba, I never come for you on my iPhone. Madam Anka Dede, Baron, everyone, Omega, Joe Obedient, Sister Dunke, Savik. I can't call women in Nigeria. I can't call everyone. Where is Sweet Angel? Wow, Saddam, help me and call everyone. Please, I can't call everyone, but just thank you everyone for what you do. I thank you. Olawaski, I see all of you. Nekus, I can't call again, please. Adigwe, all of you that is in this place, I thank you for what all of you are doing. Madam Fetch, I see you. All of you are doing wonderfully well. But just trust, keep praying. We are going to win this battle. I'm very, very sure that we are going to win this battle. Our legal team, those guys are smart. Just trust them. They know what they are doing. But Nigeria is going to be exposed. Nigeria is going to be naked. All of us will have the chance to see this country that has dealt with all of us, that all of us have become victims. It's supposed to be a good country, but evils in this country have not allowed it to thrive. But we are going to make it to thrive. Saddam, thank you. And for all of you on this platform, I say thank you. And God bless you, Rigu. For all those one who have given me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I don't know how SM Nandi came. He called me the other day and told me, oh, I thank you for what you do. I'll reach out to you. So when he came this evening, he talked me out of this space. I didn't see that coming, but thank you, bro, for actually putting that word. But like I started, please, I don't want to sleep in a nice hotel. Just want to sleep anywhere I can just wake up and do what I have to do. Thank you so much, Saddam, and everyone here. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Honestly speaking, we cannot understate what you've been doing for this movement. You are a hero to us here. God bless you. Just keep being you. Keep doing what you're doing. I always say the most important thing for a man or any person in this life is to be valuable. When you're valuable, everything comes with it. Thank you for being valuable. You're you're an asset to this movement. Thank you for being an asset. Remain an asset. Hopefully, hopefully, people bless you will bless you more. The blessing will not stop, eh? Please. Guys, keep blessing this, my brother. He's an amazing person. He doesn't even know how to ask. He just come one time and just use. I don't want to say, bro. I don't want to say anything. No, but just keep it going on. Keep it, my brother. God bless you. All right, let's keep the conversation rolling. Ada, your hands are not up. You come to this church, you know the rules. Please, if you're on the speaker section, your hands are not up. I'll have to drop you. I have people that want to speak. So let me come to you, Mr. Strong. Emmy, you have the space, please, my brother. 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Saddam,
Can you hear me?
if anybody, Saddam, please, just 1 minute, please. Can I say something?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Please, Strong Emmy, just give us a minute. Go
Okay,
on.
sorry. I don't know because I was in court today in the federal court. I didn't give that brief. I was the case that Abuja people filed in court today. It was so good. The man that is representing them in that case was a brilliant man. He made a very brilliant, submission in court today because the justice of that court is actually looking like somebody who is paid by these Abadorians. When that case was brought up to the court, and the man made very something. I'm not a lawyer, but I know some lawyers will find it very curious that the man actually asked them to go and actually address him on what do they call it now, jurisdiction, whether he has jurisdiction, and address him as to whether that case is what they are pleading is actually part of what is being actually plead in an appeal court. It was curious, like if you're the one who should say, I don't have jurisdiction over this case. It's your court, you know what you have jurisdiction, but it's not telling them to go. So this man came to court today, the lawyer came to court today and told him that he has gone to look all through the case laws, everything, that he has not seen such statement being made or such request being made, that therefore that he came to this court today, that his mind is not even to address the case, he does not have any reason to address what the man has asked him to go and do. But out of respect for the court, he made a very brilliant and told the man, one, that the man has jurisdiction, that this court is a federal court, and federal court is constituted to oversee every executive matter and other matters. And the matter for which they are seeking him to address is a matter that he should address. And also the idea of whether whatever they are asking is pending in the tribunal. And the man said he does not have business with whatever is in the case of whatever that is there and whatever that is not there, because it's not part of that case. But for
Remember, best, I've lost you. Let's come to you, Strong Emmy, and we'll come back to you, remember, best, when you're ready to speak. Strong Emmy, have the space, please. Go on.
Okay, thank you very much. Because of time, maybe I'll give my points like a bullet point. One, when we are starting this space today, you talked about the many crimes of Bola Tinubu in the parallel fact publication. I think that issue is one of the things that should feature in one of our discussions. I think that is heavy enough. If it may not be the main point, but I think we should feature it so that we can talk about it and make people realize what is going on there. Just that for that. I'll come to. I want to talk just about the MidBelt killing. Because of time, I have to limit myself to that. because I really have been very worried and almost, like every other Nigerian, crying over what people are going through in the middle belt of Nigeria. And I thank somebody like Madam Bolanle and a few other people that have really spoken on this issue. This is something. This is a very serious problem that is being downplayed by the government and the media intentionally, because if the attention that it deserves is given, then it's going to make a global news. So they are intentionally kind of overlooking it. But I need us to understand something that is going on, because sometimes we think this is about just Islamization, just like some people will say, or people will say, oh, it's jihad. Yes, we can call it anything we want, but I want us to know that there is a trick that's being played here. This is being perpetrated by a handful of criminals among the Fulanis, and they have an end game. I know we have mentioned some of those things. People will always apologize and say, "Oh, we're not talking about every other Fulani person out there." Yes, and that is true. But we must understand that this is a carefully orchestrated move from this handful of people who want to completely wipe out the middle belt, plant a seed of their own that they will use in future to push southwards. This is something everybody knows in Nigeria. It's just like we have made it look so sensitive that people are afraid to talk about it. The people mobilizing and doing these things are not doing it purely in the name of Islam. They are not. This is purely a kind of an expansionist program by people like El-Rufai, Muhammadu Buhari, and their likes. If anybody wants to argue this, you want to tell me why so much killing has gone in the middle belt and our president have not said anything. There has been so much killing in Kaduna and our president have not said it. And the governor of that state, Malam El-Rufai, have not said anything. What they do is that they want to invite, they're already inviting Fulanis from every part of Africa to come and take these ancestral homes of our brothers and sisters in the Middle Belt as their home, as their permanent home, not visiting. Because what happens is that as these villages are being cleared off, people come to take the place of the original owners of these lands. Who are these people? I'm sure they are not people from my village, because if they are leaving my village, then they are leaving their own ancestral land to go to occupy another person's ancestral land in the Middle Belt. So these are people that are coming, foreigners, that are being invited to take over these places in the Middle Belt. The strategy is they fight, they hit you. When you want to fight back, when you speak, they raise the flag of Islam and say, oh, Islam, they're attacking Islam. And now they mobilize other Muslims who don't understand what the real intention of these murderers are. They mobilize them and they think, oh, it's Christian Muslim fight. And when people, kind of lose guard again, they'll hit. And this is what they have continuously done for 8 freaking years. The intention is to completely wipe out the Middle Belt, replace them with Fulanis from every part of Africa. This is the truth that people know that we don't want to tell ourselves. The Hausas in the north, I think they are as helpless as any other person, because these criminals know how to walk their way into people and use you against yourself. That is what is going on. They want to finish that. People, Mommy Bolanle mentioned something. I took note of that. And that is what they call political Islam. It is different from people who are Muslims, who are about worshiping God, serving their creator the best way they think it should be done. These guys are different from this other set of people. And that is where you have people who can kill, who can maim, who can wipe out a village and still come out and pretend that they are the most faithful in Islam. When you hear Buhari said, I have done my best, I have fulfilled my promise to Nigerians, the question you ask is that, who are the Nigerians that you promise what to? Some of us think that when Buhari says Nigerians, he's talking about you and I. Buhari feels that he came to do a job which he thinks he has succeeded in doing. And that's why they are desperate to have somebody like Tinubu be there while Shetima sits behind him to actually, run the show. These are all planned out, orchestrated. Look at the appointments. Look at why the army cannot do anything, the police cannot do anything, SSS cannot, DSS cannot, nobody can do anything, because the people manning those places are all strategically placed in that place. In one of the spaces I attended the last time, I'll conclude with this because of time. I wish I have all the time. One of the spaces I attended yesterday or day before yesterday, we are talking about this same issue. And I told people, go to look up the woman that is representing Nigeria in the United Nations. Tell me who that woman is and why these things that are happening in Nigeria would never be heard in places like the UN. Because such organizations, even if they see on the television, on news that millions have been killed, when they sit on the table to discuss that matter, whatever your representative tells them is what they take. These people have strategically placed themselves everywhere and killing people. They have shut down the media. Nobody reports anything about these things. And people are dying in their hundreds every day in Nigeria, and nothing is done about it. The president they don't even pretend. They don't even pretend about it. It's so heartbreaking. My last point will be, the way we are giving attention to these election matters, the second thing we should give such attention to will be this killing in the Middle Belt. Mobilize internationally, do whatever we are doing for this election, and make sure we force this thing out of the shores of Nigeria so that the world will see it for what it is, while we are in Nigeria thinking of what we can do to rescue a people that are being wiped out every day. It is very, very heartbreaking. I'll be stopping here because of time. Thank you, Saddam.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Well spoken. N6, if I've sent you the mic, if you can see or if you can hear. All right. Let's move on real quick. Guys, let me take C when you've been here for the longest, then AK Priest, then AGK, according to how your hands are raised up. If your hands are raised up, I will have to drop you. Sorry, one more time. I have to say that again. So that means I know you're closer to your phone and you want to speak. See when if your hands are not pinning you and your mouth is not heavy, you can unmute your mic and speak. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I hope I'm very audible.
Yeah, you are, my brother. Good evening. Have the space.
Yes, thank you very much. It's good to be back. I have been on the space for the last 6 spaces or so, and my phone has just been messing up, but I'm glad to be back home and be on the speaker section. So, good evening, everybody. We're doing a good job. All the submissions here, legit. Like Jimmy will say, legit in it. So, I would like to say that I'll take the points just like this. I made bullet points while I was waiting. And PEPT recap. The highlight for me was the booing of that septuagenarian thief. Like, I loved every moment of that. The fact that someone would not respect himself and will constitute a nuisance anywhere, he should be met with this kind of response. I was taught respect, but not at my own expense. So if anybody is taking all of us Nigerians as fools, we need to teach those people a huge lesson. It's not yet started. This is just booing. If we get better, our lawyers are fired. Don't be offended that they keep pushing the dates. They have a risk. If they don't have the materials, they can't do as much as they need. So,
See, when we're losing you, I don't know whether you entered toilet or somewhere.
Yeah, professionals.
See, when we cannot hear you anymore.
Remember, day 29 isn't over, and
Sorry, see, when I had to mute you. If you can hear me, that means you can hear me. And we could not hear you anymore. Please work on your audio and come back, please. Please request the mic, work on your audio and come back, please. Thank you. All right, guys, if you're up, I just brought new speakers up because I said if you're not speaking, that means you don't want to speak. Please, if you're up here and you want to speak, your hand should be up so we can know you're ready to speak. I brought up new speakers. Mr. AOB, you're new here on this platform. I think I've never seen you on this platform before, so probably you don't understand our house rules here. Akinsanya Owo 1. If you can hear me, you can speak. If not, I'll have to drop you. That means you're not ready to speak. All right, let me come to you. AK Priest, you have the space. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. A middle belt question. There are a lot of questions that we need to ask ourselves, and there are a lot of questions that we need, as a people, we need to resolve because sometimes we all come here, we talk about it, we talk about this thing, but the truth is that political influence sometimes assists. For instance, now in Niger Delta, we have someone like JP Clark speaking every day for regarding the Niger Delta people, regarding the Niger Delta interest, regarding the Niger Delta. In as much as we don't like Asaro Dokubo or we don't like Tompolo, there are people like that still speaking, and there are people that are ready to defend what they believe in. But for instance, now we once have the third man from Benue State, David Mark. What is he talking about? Is people being slaughtered every day. We have Danjuma. What is this? These are former military generals. These are former military generals. And if they cannot defend their own interests, the interests of the people, the interests of middle belt, Muhammad Bari is once a general. They might be classmates, they might be this, but at least you can talk about your people being slaughtered every day. This for years, this thing have been happening under Muhammad Bari. It got worse, and no prominent person is coming out from that have a loud voice, that media can talk about. No prominent people. That region is coming out. It's we the commoners, or we that beneath that speaking. Meanwhile, they have this men. Only in election period we see them, but they don't speak on the interest of these people. David Mark, third Senate president, and T.Y. Damian, one time a minister of defense. But this one are not speaking for this. And the truth is that if they don't have this kind of people, this thing will not stop. This thing will not stop because they need to have people that stand for that interest. They need to have people that can fight, that drive to protect their people. And the truth is that this election just shows us that this middle belt, apart from Northwest, they are the second largest vote block, which means they can decide the presidency, they can decide where the president will go. And these people are not being taken serious. These people are not being, even in sharing of position, even in allocation of position, they are not being taken serious because people are not speaking for them, because the greedy so-called politicians are not standing for them. And if they cannot stand for their own people, what we that are beneath it? But the truth is that it's high time that this influencer, the social media influencer from Middle Belt, start calling out their people, start calling out their top men, start visiting them, start going to sit down, protest in front of David Mark mansion, mansion. They should go there and protest. No, those people do not take them serious, because if you cannot protect your own people, if you cannot speak for your own people, well, you should be it's for me. It's a shame. It's a big shame. It's a very big shame, and that's what I feel the influencer should be pushing now. They should start calling out their own people, the Debbie Mark, the Tiwa, and they have a lot of generals, former mobile police officers, former this, former that. But these people are not speaking, so they should start calling out those people then for them to come out and speak, because they are in the same circle with these certain people, or they are almost in the same circle. Even they might have the party different. What is this? David might want to talk with Buhari now. He will have that direct access. So why is he not speaking? Or T.Y. Danjuma? So it's very important. Regarding the election tribunal, we are winning. To me, we are winning. Forget all those dramas that Juma Babalawo man is doing. Forget all those drama. He will do a refund, because his mission is not going to achieve it, and he's definitely going to do a refund, because we are obedient, we are clever people, we are brilliant people. We cannot be taken unaware, and definitely I'm sure that tomorrow court case is going to be in our favor. And what I'm more concerned is about that broadcasting, because we need. I love to sit down and watch that case, and I know Army Nigeria is ready to sit down, even in their workplace, to watch this court proceeding live. And I pray that the judge, in their own, with their own, grant the wish that this thing should be aired live tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. All right, let's go real quick. AGK, you have the space.
Good evening,
Go.
Emir Saddam, Jimmy, my brother, and the well-meaning Nigerians. Sizzle, I see you also on this space. It's another good time again on the platform. A place, like Sizzle says, is a place where we get ourselves energized. Moving straight into the topic, I think tomorrow, being the petition hearing again, we should probably try to focus our focus. This is no longer a time of looking at the mortuary attendant, whether or not he appears in court tomorrow. It's not going to derail the prayers that we earnestly and honestly want the courts to focus and start giving hearings to it and probably dispensing justice. Remember, guys, the first three prayers of that petition borders on things of constitutionality, whether this guy is actually an evidence, whether this guy actually was convicted by a court, and if that is the case, then the court must, rise up and give judgment immediately. These things are not issues that will have to bring witnesses. The evidence to those prayers are already before it. The court is already before the court. So let us not continue to waste time. The judges also, we are hoping that they will no longer indulge themselves with frivolous adjournment of these cases. Nigerians are growing increasingly uncomfortable with what is happening in the courts. They sit for a few minutes, maybe 1 hour or two, and then they adjourn for 5 days or 1 week. I mean, it's completely unacceptable. This is a delay tactics that we know in the time past that these guys are already hatching on, to get this man above the finish line and get sworn in. A criminal, I repeat, a criminal will not be sworn in. And even if he is sworn in, that will be the end of our fledgling democracy. He would signify the swearing in of the Nigerian army, because it will be likened to that level of unconstitutionality. So let the courts know that the number of people that they see in court is just a little fragment of Nigerians earnestly seeking justice through this case. Let me repeat it again. The court must know that the number of people that they see in that court is a representation of the number of Nigerians seeking justice through those prayers. And the earlier they start, giving, proper hearings to these matters rather than, pandering about nonsense and rubbish, the better for everyone, so that we can go ahead and conclude this case. And in time, it is very obvious that this man did not even get up to 25% in Abuja. Yes, the members of the Abuja residents have always said it. And they have gone to court to ask the court to actually look into this matter and tell them to their faces that, yes, it is not, it's insignificant for you to come from Abuja. That is number one. And then your votes don't actually count. Because I do not see, if Abuja is recognized as the de facto 37th state of the country, and there is no place in the constitution of Nigeria where a governor wins an election without getting 25% in at least 2/3 of the local governments of that state. So if Abuja is regarded as a state, as it were, and the president is assumed to be the governor of Abuja, the logic would be, would he not have to get 25% to govern that federal capital territory? So, I mean, these cases are very clear. So the court should stop wasting the time and the resources of Nigerians and, start doing justice to this case. I mean, enough is enough. And the word is enough for the wise. So I hope that by tomorrow, the tribunal judges would probably start looking at these things and then, of course, give their judgment on the broadcast of this petition and see whether we can have it live. We're already seeing the lapses of the APC lead counsel, quoting obnoxious and old laws. He was called out today. And that is it. So we continue to hope that is the way we go forward. Now, I have always talked about the bloodletting in the Middle Belt. It's very unfortunate. Somebody liking this blood baths now as an agenda of the APC, the unwritten agenda of the APC. And I agree. It will take a Peter Obi government to sanitize and infuse the real security in Nigeria. If that man doesn't become president, Nigeria will continue to wallow in bloodbath. It's unfortunate I am saying it, but that is the way it is. Today, he has even tweeted about the poor security challenges that Nigerians continue to face, the bloodbath that is continuing in the Middle Belt, and of course, every other part of the country. But it is more particular in the Middle Belt. I do not understand why Buhari will stay there and allow Nigerians to die. Enough of this bloodbath, please. These are Nigerians in the Middle Belt. These are their ancestral lands. Nobody will take them away from their ancestral land. Whatever their plan is, it will not work. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I just want to buttress what you said by playing a short clip for Nigerians. Listen, just 1 minute clip from Dati when you said, when we say this stuff, it looks like people are just saying it. I think Dati we did justice to this. This is our space snippet.
Calls of the people violating the constitution, let them even go ahead, even if they swear in Tinubu Shetima on 29th of May. They are swearing in an unconstitutional government. Nothing will change it. I am not a careless, reckless speaker. I am working with the constitution there, that document, right, you just read. I'm following it. And I dare to tell you that swearing in Tinubu and Shetima is as good as swearing in the Nigerian army on 29th of May. If you swear in people that have not satisfied the requirement, you have, by so doing, ended democracy. The crisis I'm telling you now is that this our democracy is going to end. By the way we are going, this democracy is going to end on the 29th of May 2023. Please write it. You know my name. I am very, very happy to say it. You know my name. You know, listen, just no. I will, because those are extreme thoughts. You know why? Because there are allowable language to be used on television, especially as it relates to our nation and the unity of the. Put your question and let me answer you. Put your question. I know what I'm saying. If there is an official, if you read the Constitution, it is not left to the court to decide otherwise. This is already decided by the court.
Tell him.
But the authority in charge of the election gave a declaration. If you are afraid for some things, don't ask for them. I am not afraid. I will, as a citizen of the country, by the ethics and the guidelines of my profession, live by it. Yes. What is lawful? And I hope that you're a lawful citizen of the country. Very, very. And so whatever the stipulation of the law guides, if you are aggrieved about something, you go to the court to seek redress, isn't it? This document is a product of the legal system.
100.
It has been signed into law by the President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so lawful. That is why I'm so confident. And that is why however extreme it is, I am saying it on national TV.
Thank you very much, Dati. We all resonate what you're saying on national TV. We are saying also on national space. Swearing in a drug dealer is unconstitutional.
Saddam, you know, shut up,
and
you short dwarf. Shut up, let him talk.
That short dwarf. As in that dwarf, no wonder. You don't say they don't come out best station where they always use brag. 77 years best station of the year. Yeah. You don't kind of give a rise now. When you lose when you brag with nonsense, make I expecting a dwarf with his brag now. Now they are
on top of 5 million naira fine.
Now them and NTA they compete now.
You don't see that woman with the report for NTA, Lori. Where Katako, the one carry Katako ahead. The woman
with Jesus visitor. The woman said Jesus.
Hey, APC. If you know how many billions APC has spent on NTA, how many
and
billions?
yet Lai Mohammed is seeking for 500 million, no?
500 million
extra money.
They say go to compete with CNN. Say go compete with CNN.
Turn around maintenance.
You know, I said this earlier, and I say that Abacha is 100 times better than this Buhari regime. The corruption under this Buhari regime is the worst ever in the. You have to compress all the corruptions in Nigeria from 1960 to 2015. Compress the corruption together, add it. It is like half of what has happened under Buhari regime.
My brother, I have an expose where I have a full dossier on Babangida's regime and Abacha's regime, and infrastructurally, they did more than APC. Babangida built 6 dams in 8 years. Abacha built 3 or 4 in 8 years. And guess what happened? All their developmental projects were national, on a national scale. None was ever in my region, in my state. Come and put it in my town. Come and put a University of Transport in
soldiers,
Daura.
they go inspect those missions, those projects. Soldiers.
God bless you.
They born you may not do what you go do, Julius Berger. Then born you, then go beat. Carry on, my brother. Now soldiers, they go inspect. I tell you.
An Igbo person, Antonio Nyarubulem, was a governor in a western state. Gbadebo Rosevivor's wife's father was a governor in Kogi. But today, in under democracy, an Igbo man cannot be a governor in Southwest. Make we play.
Honestly speaking, I said this at the when election came finished. I was like, Sabian Otuba was having this convention. I said, honestly speaking, if we look back and we look at where we are today, the military has fared better than the civil.
Colonel Ebitu Ukiwe was governor of Lagos, an Igbo man under the military.
The military
man cannot be governor of Lagos under democracy.
And I'm not coming out to say the military are better. I'm not saying that I prefer the military, but the military has performed better than civilians because even under the military there was corruption. There was corruption under the military. It was minute and it was amongst a selected few. Not the brazen corruption we have now that a Festus Keyamo, a fucking nobody in like a failure in law can come out and say, I have houses, I have real estate. Who case you do first two for your life will give you money to buy a house for America? Which case you do? What thing you don't practice in your life?
21
Criminals
cases at the
everywhere.
EFCC, 17 losses, 2 draw, 2 victory on technical grounds. Please, which case did Keyamo win as a lawyer that he bought houses?
It is crazy, bro. It is crazy. The brazen corruption that is happening under democracy is an eyesore. Under Abacha, Mr. Abacha and friends go steal. Everybody go to hustle. If they work hard, they work hard. But under these fucking criminals, they just steal with their children. They now look at other civilians, fellow civilians like them as subservients. Make it be saying a military man. Military man, you deserve himself. Say you they work for barrack. You went for training. You went to fight war. I can respect you and
Under
base my
the military,
application.
IBB built Third Mainland Bridge. In 23 years of democracy, we've not built Fourth Mainland Bridge. We've not completed the rail in 14 years.
And the money that Tinubu has gotten in 24 years is bigger than what the whole military has got spent in 30 years.
Facts.
And you cannot build Fourth Mainland Bridge. The longest bridge in Lagos today, now military builder. What did Tinubu build? With all the trillions.
They built one bridge from Lekki to Ikoyi. They put Toge there and we're collecting 1,000 naira.
God have mercy. God have mercy. Civilians, I'm just saying it for Nigerians to understand. For any people that come and gaslight you and they say, you don't know what happened under the military. The military, and Nigerians are dying more now than in the military. Nigerians are dying more now than under the military. Nigerians have lost their lives now. The only people that were running around.
Imagine being military administrator of Kaduna State and you're coming to Supreme Council meeting to tell them that 4,000 people have died in 4 months and you have done absolutely nothing about it in the military.
God and your fellow colleagues are there looking at you. How? It is crazy. Honestly speaking, for me, I say it all the time. The only people that are running for military are those Nadeko boys, and they are proving that they are all criminals. They were all hustling for positions. Tinubu and co, Alake and co. They are all criminals that were hustling for positions that military was holding. Because they have created the power and they have done worse. It is not the military was never after the common man. Common man don't suffer this.
The Nigerian military never imbibed any criminals they caught into the military. It is on public record that no Niger Delta militant was absorbed into the Nigerian army. I ask again, why are former Boko Haram fighters being officially absorbed into the Nigerian army by the thousands on record?
Rehabilitating terrorists, flying them through private jets, putting them, then common Nigerians are protest, you shoot them and kill them. Almost civilian government has failed. I know this one will trigger plenty people, but me and my chest, I talk about my own chest here. If you don't like them, go to court. Now, civilians tell us, if you don't like it, go to court. If you don't like it, go to court. The only thing when military do bad, if they do coup, they catch you, they kill you. Fellow military, kill them. Under military, I want to be military. Listen, Boko Haram go to hold you. A sovereign military government, you say, there's a part of the country that has been ceded to terrorists with the West slippers. Clamp Jincheng machine.
Terrorists will be overrunning military barracks and formations. Wow.
Breaking into prisons, releasing their people, spending 4 hours reading in a place that the military barrack is. Nigeria were playing. APC are fucking taking us for a ride. That I can wake up and go be thinking of the military today is because of the fuck that's called APC.
Under the military, the Nigerian Defense Academy was never attacked. It was attacked
How
under
now?
democracy.
How now? Nobody else go Echo Mog. Nobody else go Echo Mog. Nobody else liberate Sierra Leone, Liberia, and the rest. Don't you know the Nigerian military? The fucking Democrats, the Democrats, civilians just came in and carry money and blind all the military men. They cannot even do their work anymore. I'm gonna beg, let those other people speak, man.
I mean, when you have an IG of police that looks like the type of IG of police we have, and you have Buratai, who was caught with over 50 luxury wristwatches, you can imagine what kind of formation.
Bobrisky is the IG of police. Bobrisky.
James Brown, I'm the IG of police.
She mail.
He said, all my ladies, kukere, kukere,
Now,
ale,
DJ
ale,
Jimmy,
ale,
jam
ale.
one special request for the IG of police, please, Jimmy, if you can.
No, I beg, don't play, don't play, don't play. I beg, copyright,
My
I beg.
brother, the one where I played the last time, don't call family meeting for my head. I don't give everybody a red card now. Papa, mama don't send me. You know, say Linda
Mad,
Cage don't
brother,
carry her.
bros.
Everybody don't carry her. They don't send me message say family meeting. Say they won't disown me. Say me say as I did, so I don't disown everybody. Just leave me for now. For this Peter B matter, just leave me for now. I don't disown.
All right, let's move on. My sister, hello, good evening. You have the space.
Oh, hi, Saddam. Hi, Sizzle. Jimmy. Ada, my sister. UC Maxwell. What's up? All right,
Tom,
and
tell me, how can you be my sister, Nello, and Ada is your sister, but Ada is not my
sorry.
sister? How can you be, good evening, Nello, my sister? You say, good evening, Ada, my sister, but Ada is not my own sister. So how did this relationship happen? Explain it to me, miss.
Saddam, my brother. Now, I guess now plenty step. And every other obedient and every other listener, how are you guys doing? Yeah, good to be here again. In fact, I've been talking. I'm not sure say I go fit talk today, but I'm happy to be here. You know, I was at the beginning when Otumba was speaking, and when Otumba was saying that this sympathy fatigue is because we are seeing this problem like a middle belt problem. I was just screaming like, God bless you, like God bless you, Otumba, because I'm telling you, that's why, we are just like, oh, sympathy fatigue. They're killing a whole village. You say, oh, I'm tired of hearing this preach, this your problems. Like, do you know, on that day that Hilda was celebrating, I'm not lie you, I was just shocked, because this is the same country. On one part of the country, people are having parties, they are marrying. Another part of the country, that was the same night that the Nasarawa attack happened, and and that picture of that woman that with her 7 kids that were burnt alive. And I was just like, and this is the same country. These two things are happening, and it just blew my mind because I can't think of any other country where there can be so much parallels like that. It just didn't make any sense to me. And we can look at this thing and we are thinking that, oh, it's middle. But I want to tell us in the southeast that the same thing that is happening in the middle belt is if you look at what these guys are doing, they are strategically making sure that all positions of power, positions of influence, the middle belt and the southeast are excluded. And this is how these things start. Remember when what's his name? The Bachir, I think, yeah, Bachir, that SGF, former SGF that was sacked. He said that when you hear this Islamization thing, agenda, it's not that they are going to drag you to church and to the mosque and say, oh, you must be a Muslim. No, it's the fact that you start getting excluded gradually. If your name is not doesn't sound Muslim, you are not going to get into positions. As it is right now, the guys in the middle belt, it didn't start. Before, the middle belt used to be very powerful, but slowly, they started taking them off from power. Um, right now, these guys, they can't even be VCs of school. They can't get admissions into schools in the middle in the north. Deborah is a northerner, a northern Christian. I mean, I was again, the Deborah story came up again today. Apparently, the guys that even killed the two guys that were arraigned, Nigerian police did not turn up. They struck out the case from the courts. And then looking at the history of the case, why did they kill this young lady? Because in a class WhatsApp group, and they were posting religious things, and she said Do not stop posting this nonsense posts. And this is why these guys took this lady's life. Because she said this is a class group for, assignments and everything. Stop posting this nonsense posts. They say, oh, she blasphemed, that she must apologize. And I'm sure, poor girl, she thought that she was with, her people. What's going to happen? This is where she was born. In fact, her surname is even Yakubu, you know? But they killed this girl, and nothing is happening. Nothing's going to happen. So if you're a Southeasterner, you're thinking that, oh, this thing, they might be leaving the Southwesterners, because those ones, when it comes to religion in the Southwest, they're a bit flexible and all of that. But I'm even telling you, if you're you Southern Christian, if you think that you're also kind of immune from what is happening, I'm sorry. And I know that, this whole agenda is not as if it's all the Muslims that are in on it, but the guys that are behind these things, that are behind this jihad movement, they know what they are doing. They are strategically orchestrating these things. They are. Look at a whole Southeast. We are supposed to be like the third most powerful force in the country, but where are we today? It's strategic. They would keep making sure that you don't get access to power or any position of influence, and then gradually they will start coming into your community, and very soon, before you know anything, they will, the war will start, and the killings will start. And that's exactly what they are doing. If the middle belt goes down, the southeast goes down, what is remaining? What is remaining? There's nothing else. So if you're sitting down and you're thinking, oh, this thing is happening in the middle belt, I'm tired, these people carry gun and do whatever. Have you see the other day, Rhoda, she was saying, in a community, if they decide that, oh, we want to protect ourselves in this community, they once they go and once they decide to arm themselves, intelligence will hear it straight. And next thing you know, the Nigerian government will storm wherever it is that they are keeping whatever ammunition they are keeping, and they will collect everything, and whoever is in charge is going to get arrested. So if you think that, oh, these people don't want to, maybe protect themselves and all of that, it's not true. They try, but because whether you like it or not, Nigerian intelligence is very, very functional when they want to, but they are not being functional when it comes to these bandits, because the people behind these things, they are very powerful and they are orchestrating these things. So when communities come together to find ways that they can, arm themselves straight, they get pounced on, the things get collected, they get arrested, and these people are helpless. The bandits come to attack them, they are helpless. So it's very easy for us to sit back and say, oh, they're not doing. But again, I did a tweet. I said, see, there's social media now. The middle belt influencers, you have to come together and you have to have a community. I mean, there was something that they were doing before when they had this middle belt forum, because like this Deborah's issue now, if it's not because this man tweeted, the commissioner for police tweeted something, and then people now had to go and dig into the post and bring up things, that case had gone under the radar. It was even in January that this case was struck out, sorry. And we knew nothing about it because, I mean, we don't live in the middle belt. If this information don't come out, we would not know about it. So that community needs to come alive. Have a space where you're going to be talking about issues that affect you as a community, and the rest of us will also help you to amplify the voice. We are all ready. We are all in this because we know that once they are done, don't think, just like Otumba said, don't think that if they are done with the middle belt, they'll fold their hands and say, oh, okay, now we're done with the middle belt, we're good. No, they will keep expanding and they will keep coming for you. They'll come for all of us. So we must all, this thing about sympathy fatigue, I beg.
or saying the middle belt is not my problem. It's your problem. It might not be your problem now, but it's going to be your problem in the future. As for the tribunal, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. I don't know what these guys are. Well, I hope that the court, would agree to have these things televised, because I don't understand why INEC is kicking against it. I mean, INEC is not even supposed to have a bone in this case. Their own is to just make sure that all the materials are available, give all the parties what they need, to prove their case. But instead, we have INEC acting like a defendant, acting like, oh, you're attacking me. I mean, you're supposed to be an umpire, and you've been told that you were not fair in your game. The only thing that you should come and do is bring everything, lay everything there, so that everybody can see that you're fair, if you are actually fair. But yeah, I hope that the court allows them televise this whole tribunal tomorrow, so that Nigerians can actually follow it. I don't see any harm that is going to come to anybody if these things are made open to the public. And just like Saddam has said, all obedience. You guys know what to do tomorrow. Be obedient, be law abiding, but don't let nobody come and try any rubbish, because this Nigeria belongs to each and every one of us. Thank you, and I yield my mic. I mean, Sizzle has said everything there is to say about PO's impersonator. I think that PO should not take this lying low and just let it go. I also said something about exactly what Sizzle said was also my opinion today. On our 1 million man match space, I said, see, I don't even believe the guy. I believe that guy is lying, but then forget whether he's even lying or not. PO should take this thing up. Let him bring the number that called him. Let them trace out that number, because he shouldn't just take this as one of the normal gist that he would just tweet about. I hope his guys are listening. It's time, you begin to follow these people with the law, like follow up issues with them. Don't see, if it was APC guys, they will not take this, they will not let it slide. So we too, we need to stop letting things slide anyhow. Use the law. The law is there for you to use it, and follow these things to the
They
letter.
charged the IPOB Igwe to court. They charged
Exactly.
the guy who performed the madness on the plane to court
Exactly.
immediately. So why are we letting someone who has made us understand that there's an impersonation of Peter Obi's phone line to just randomly go away? I really don't get it. Somebody must be made an example. Continue, please.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
sister, please wrap up in 30
Yeah, I
seconds.
don't finish. So I just want to say, yeah, I'm done. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Saddam and Sizzle, Tumba, Jimmy. Thanks for all that you guys do. Good night.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Sad, I'm sorry. I just want to put this in. Nello, me. I was on your space today. That was a beautiful space. It was hosted by 3 ladies. I call them the 3 wise women. Please continue that space. I don't know, is there a particular time you have your space, or do I just switch on the notification for any of you girls' pages? It was a beautiful space. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Please keep up these discussions. It felt so healthy to listen to you, Wayme. Who was the last lady? Was it Ngozi?
Yeah, Ngozi.
Ngozi, yes. I didn't want to say the wrong name, but you, Ngozi, you're my 3 wise women in this movement. I love your space. Is there a particular time, or do I just look for you on my timeline?
If Wime is hosting, it will start at 10. But if
Okay.
I'm hosting, I do start at 12. Yeah.
Say no more. I will put on my notifications for both you and for Wayme. Please, I loved your space. I'll be on the back end. I will listen a lot more. If there's any way I can help, I'll find my way and I'll fit in. But I love your space, and please continue the good work. God bless all 3 of you. I thoroughly enjoyed myself today, and just listening to 3 Nigerian women discuss and dissect politics from a feminine angle was a delight to listen to. God bless all 3 of you. Please extend this my best wishes to the other ladies, just in case they're not on this space. Thank you very much. Keep it up.
All right, thank you very much. Actually, that the space is called 1 million and 1 million man match crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big shout out
I've
to.
come there once or twice, but I don't know if it's always 3 ladies. Am I
And
right
then,
or wrong?
and then they say
But
they say
sometimes
violence
Lamin
space.
is only sometimes it's them and Lamin to join.
They say violence space. I want to expose them. Let me
No,
expose.
we also have well-meaning.
Wait, make I keep quiet. Don't allow me to expose people. Eh?
Fire them, Archbishop. Fire
And
them.
No,
No pity
mind
them.
you, we have
they say that violence space used to use 3 men. That it is a menace. That we are menaced. So them they are feminists. They have to impeach. How to impeach Big Mac, our uncle Big Mac.
Away.
Yes, they impeached him and they claimed his space.
I
So
love it. Girl power.
Big Mac become now. They'll put him as the choir master. He will be in the
Economic class.
economic class.
Back of the plane.
So if Nello is not Nello, Wiyemi and Ngozi, it is Wiyemi, Lamin and Nello. Or
I
Wiyemi,
love it. I
Lamin.
love it.
Then when they are tired, you know, when we are tired, we bring second 11. When they are tired, they will not bring in our brother women in Nigeria to hold the fort.
Away.
As we are doing. But it's an amazing space, guys. Join them up every morning. They do great
And
things.
please, obedient ladies, if you've been listening to Violence Space, you have the gift of the gap. Please reach out to Nello so that even in their second 11, make them commode that man where they there. I totally support that space. Let their first 5 or first 15 people be women. I love
Okay, we
that
get the
space
space. Don't
because
come here.
I
Okay, we
got
get
to
the space.
listen
Don't
to the
come here.
female angle of where they pinch them for Nigeria as well. So I'll help you out with a lot of female statistics. Nello, reach out to me. Let's talk a lot more. I can help you out with data, especially if you have your topics for your space ahead of time. I crunch data for fun, so I could be very helpful. But that was a lovely space. God bless all of you. I will turn on my notifications for you girls immediately. Thank you.
Hey, guys, so sorry I had to interject you. Saddam,
Enter, sister,
Saddam,
enter.
Mark,
Saddam.
they say they come out you from
No,
your first class seat.
never mind, Saddam.
Say you
Do
did
not,
cargo.
do not mind Saddam, man. Hey, look, we're just spicing it up. It's an obedient space. It is not one person's space. Tomorrow it can be you, Sizzle. You can host. Tomorrow it can be well-meaning. It can be Biruki. You understand? So we just want everybody to have a feel of what it feels like to be an obedient and be part of every conversation. You get it?
But
So
Big Mac.
yeah.
Let's agree on one thing today. That Mac whether your name also stands for magnanimous. Let's agree on one thing. You see this space, let the ladies run it. There was something that space
Oh,
did to me today. I look let them run, let it be their thing. Let it be that if they bring us on, even as a guy, we come on humbly because that space has a lot of promise. I listened to it today and I think even just as those 3 wise women with them be, even with if they shuffle it, but just there's a lot of promise with 3 ladies leading that space. I don't know, maybe I
bro,
might be right, I might be wrong, and what you're
bro,
saying is also very right.
bro,
But I would love that the priority of that space is 3 female hosts. Just
bro.
moving forward.
Let, let
Nothing
me
too stressful.
let me tell you, I really don't have any problem at all. I enjoy them. I enjoy sitting
I
back
love
and
you, my brother.
watching them. Honestly, I enjoy sitting back and watching them. And a lot of people send me DM, oh, Big Man, come back. But the truth of the matter is, I want them to also be part of it. I want to hear things from a feminine perspective. I want to reason, pick their brain to see how they reason about things that has to that affects their life politically. That's the essence. I really don't care, honestly. I don't. I love it. I enjoy it. That's why most of the times I just sit back. When they need me, I come in, I contribute, and I just leave it for them to run. So we're not trying to we're not trying to go.
Where me go just the para, you go hear like 4 dogs, they back for the background. You go no say this one, they should go that Supreme Court, catch Lamidi, they go they go bite the ankle. I enjoyed myself on that space
Oh,
today. Thank you, Mark. Thank
you've
you.
not had Ngozi. Look, please come when Ngozi is hosting. Please. Then you would
Mm.
understand the
Nothing
craziness.
nothing like hosting
Ngozi,
terrorists.
oh Jesus.
Nothing be
Hey.
Man, thank you guys.
Mm.
Sorry, bro. I got to drop back down. I just wanted to
Thank you
counter
very much,
what
Big Man. Thank you.
Emir Saddam was saying. Nobody is saying violence is too far. It's not
No,
true.
I was just trying to tease you, Mr. McCall, bro.
All right,
All
man.
right, thank you
Thank you,
for hosting.
bro. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, let's keep the conversation flowing. Guys, in case you're just wondering, the space is 1 million match crew space. You can always join them every morning. They're always hosting their spaces. Please always come up and have fun with them on the platform. It's always amazing there. Thank you. Okay, let's keep the conversation rolling. I think we'll be pleased, guys, within the 3 minutes, more than no verse. And Lexi, do you've been here for the longest. From Lexi, do I'll come to Honorable Ada. We'll be taking the guy, a lady, then Honorable Ada to B Rookie, from B Rookie to UC Maxwell, and then to Ebuka. Yeah, so call me Welt. Lexi, do you have the space? Good evening. I've been a good morning. I've been a good afternoon. Well, anyone where your time zone be.
Yeah, it's early morning here. It's early morning here. Yeah, good morning everybody, wherever you might be listening to us. Good day. It's an opportunity again to be on this space. Mark, it's good to hear your voice. I don't know to say you use this popular AVI. It's good to hear your voice. It's been a long time. Yeah, Saddam, Sizu, Jimmy, how you do? Otumba, I dey feel you every time. You see, Jimmy, how you knocked out this police officer, I really love it. How you tell her, make it help you play. You always, all I want is you always. That was when you finished them. Honestly, obedience. It is a movement that they can't even beat us at all. Honestly, they can't. But lately, I don't know if you guys noticed that the propaganda, the hate, the ethnics, the fights, the tribalism, everything these people had about Peter B, even to the fact that they are trying to pull what is not for him on him. Do you know that it's not because of obedience? It's not because of Peter B. It's because of we obedience. They want to try and separate us from Peter B. But they have forgotten this movement it's not sponsored by ethnic. It's not sponsored by any evil thing. We are just clamoring for a new Nigeria. Is it you, Saddam, that somebody will tell you about bigotry, tribalism, ethnics? Is it you, Saddam? Is it you, Joe Obedient? Is it you, Jimmy? Let's talk. How did we even come up with this violent space? Is it not because of a new Nigeria? That is their problem. That is what they are trying to break in. They want to try and make sure, if possible, they should say, if they were able to turn our back to Peter Obi, then they will be able to handle him. But they couldn't. The more they are trying, the more Lanfun. We are just attacking them the way they want. This is a movement for a new Nigeria. I found myself here, I don't know, but I fell in love with it. I enjoy the family. We carry ourselves together. See how we keep moving. Is it about the 1 million match? See how we move. We sponsor it ourselves. Every time, let's contribute. Everybody is ready to lay down his last kobo for it. Is it now that you want to separate us? Is it now that you want to come with one nonsense cause that you want to separate us with Peter Obi? It is not. Our eyes are opened. We have seen it. We have seen the light. We know where we are going. It is just so sad that they are using this 76 or 77, 78 years old man. I pity that man. Seriously. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't pity himself. And if you listen to his interview on Arise TV, he's even contradicting himself. The man is confused. Totally confused. He said, if you people said I should not go, I will not go. But I will go and talk to my people. I will go and talk to my group if they say I should go. Is the man not ashamed of himself? He himself even said it. My life will be better if Peter Obi become the president more than where he is today. He has contradicted himself, but what he wants to is wọ́n ní àgbàlagbà tó bá ti jẹ ẹnu tó bá ti jẹ dòdò ni kò ní lè sọ òdodo mọ́. They have eaten what is more than them. That is what is happening right now. And honestly, be obedient. Please, I want us to stay focused. We are already in court. Forget all this propaganda, all this fake news. I will love if we stay focused. We know where we are going. Don't let them try to divide us. Don't let them try to separate us. Let's hold ourselves as one. Let's learn how to ignore unnecessary issues. Leave all these people. Kudus Eleyi, who is he? Who is he? Who is he? It is today that the we know that he is law-abiding citizen. Eleyi is law-abiding. Someone that said, that posted that if they burn any of us where we should go to toll gate, he's going to kill us. It is now his law-abiding. Is it that one that we want to give relevance? It is not that he moved out of Lagos. He now know that he is nobody. Anything can happen to him. He now have to run to police station to report himself. It is now. Me, I have said it is tomorrow they will know the reason why it was only Obedient that won in Abuja. It is today that they will know. If they try, they should try nonsense. They should try and move mad. We will move with them. Obedience, let's stay focused. We are already there. We are almost there. And we are taking it back to back. See the inauguration, they are already fighting. Remove this name, remove that name, remove that name. We don't want. We Obedient, we know what we want. Waiting concern inauguration. Give me Obedient, give me Peter Obi and let the best in me come out. But all of them, it is waiting they won't chop, they won't choke mouth. It is left for me and you. Now me and you, we no go tire. Me and you, we are for Peter Obi. Wherever Peter Obi go, we follow. So we are not giving up, guys. Please, let's come together and do. We can do it. We have started for the past 8 months. We have started, and is it now that we are going to give up? If nobody gives you accolade, give yourself accolade. You have done well for yourself, and I respect every one of you. Thank you, and God is going to reward every one of us. Thank you. I love you all.
Thank you very much, my brother Lexi. Do always lovely listening to you speak. Thank you, bro. Please, going forward, guys, please let's try to keep our submissions as short as possible so we can accommodate more people. We have to shut down the space. Tomorrow morning we'll be in court. So what happened that last space? I don't want it to happen again. I woke up, my eyes were all heavy. I did not even sleep up to 3 hours. Court case have started. I had to wake up to keep up with the whole stuff. So please, guys, we have to try and shut down early so that we can sleep and get enough rest to wake up early and mobilize our people to get out and hit that court premises. All right, let me come to you. I think Biruki was to go next. Biruki, my brother, I have the space. Good evening.
Good morning for this side. So that one the house. Let me go straight to the point. The issue that I want me to come earlier, water have already overtaken that area already. This issue of prayer. I beg, we put prayer for one corner. When a devil fuck up for heaven, angels did not pray. They change the location that we have to a papa for court. They shift them. So stop all this issue of argument about you pray or whatever. Nobody did dry fasting. All the power they get about, nobody fasted. Nobody do praise and worship session. Nobody did. They did the right thing. You can't kill, you can't destroy. You change the matter from one location to the other. They push and come out. So if everyone do the right thing, this issue of pray for judges or whatever, we don't need to. They know their job to do the right thing. But let's focus on this. I'm not saying prayer is not good, of course. It's good mentally, spiritually, whatever. But at least let us start pushing the culture of doing the right thing. Not let's pray that a man will do their job. Let's pray doctor will treat us. What did he go school for? What did he pay for? Not his job. That's what that. Now, this issue of MidBelt leaders. Don't forget to talk about T.Y. Danjuma. That guy is a businessman. I will be very blunt. He's a businessman. When he made that issue at that convocation, I think it was a week later. This man went to see Buhari. Since he see Buhari, nobody hear anything again. That man had issue with Mr. Petro. The oil block issue, they never solve it. They don't solve that issue. Till today, we know that man noise. This one is from Taraba. They kill a king, a Wukari. He talk anything? Nope. I think they captured the colonel, the lieutenant, and about 3 other officers. They were missing. Whether I don't see them today, now they go now, but I know last time I checked, I've not heard anything about it. This man said nothing. I'm not saying me. I said his own state. This man did not say anything. You're talking of the full middle belt. And the same go for all these other people, especially that Suswan in Benue State. And like I like to give an example, charity begins at home. In my own senatorial district, at least, my senator is deputy senate president. When they were attacking the village, this man did not say, oh, my party. He came back to my court. He knows who will deal with him if he not talk. He came back up. He told us point blank, now Fulani X-Men do this thing. He called him. He called everyone. He called everybody. The CEO of the Ejobara. He told him, if this issue is not handled, when boys go retaliate, not your stuff, not stand for any person will. Publicly, he backed them. As of APC, even APC, in same data state. This man spent over 100 million. He bought, I didn't talk of just give a bag of beans and gari. This man bought clothes, roofing sheets, cement bag. I mean, APC man. He did not say, oh, I'm APC. Let me just hide my party, my party. He stood by the people. And funny enough, he want to sit back again. But your own APC member for Taraba, then a plateau. So what do you do? No, let us be real now. No, forget military officers. You people inside APC, what do you do? If deputy senate president not fear for your own seat, then you and the state member, what do they like you in that party? Let us be real. You are just a bunch of cowards. There's something like my party. You be coward when they decide APC. It's not my party we threaten. I lie. You be coward. You are killing you with your own 2 eyes open. You are saying my party. It's not APC. You now cowards in this other party. That's why it's happening, and that's why it will continue to happen inside that middle bit until the people in the APC stand up to challenge their own team men inside APC. It will continue. Now, the issue of army coalition, not be today's start. Let me give you a funny story. During the war crisis, they bought an hotel. That was, they call it Okumaba Hotel. The woman went to court now. They said it was soldiers that bought it. I'm talking of way back 1994, not even to do. It's over 20 years ago. That means that they were not involved. They bought a videotape. They caught them on videotape. Soldiers were burning the hotel. They put the case out of court. They paid for the hotel. I mean, over 20 years ago. What you know, because some people say, oh, na religion. This is in Niger Delta. What it concern soldiers inside Niger Delta crisis. Think about it. It's over 20 years ago. Then imagine what's going on now with so many influences. So sorry, it will continue until, like I keep saying, the people on ground, on their own, say enough is enough. It will continue. Now, this cause somebody raised the issue earlier. This issue of people coming in from outside. Yes, it's true. We have heard this. It's happening in the US right now. You can argue for Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. This issue of replacement theory, you bring people in to soften the vote and also to capture some areas. In Nigeria, it's even worse than that. They are even, at least for the US, not to kill people. They just open border, people come in. Nigeria, they are killing people. It happened again, I repeat, in the Nigeria Delta. During the war crisis, so many places, they come in, they wipe out the people, take over the villages. A good example is the issue of at least say Ukwe Koko, so say it's Ukwe Nico. That National Maritime University, we almost lost that university because that land, people are still fighting for it. Before 1994, that name was not on any map in Nigeria. But today they changed the name. I'm talking of where a national university is right now. That matter is still being fought over. So not be today this issue start. You see going on. And for those of you who say, oh, now some Fulani, no, not be some, and not concerned with. Let me tell you, now so we want that case start to 1932 now it starts. It didn't start in 94. Some idiots say, oh, now we turn, let's do certain things to fit the narrative. Their great grandpicking now they slaughter for Rwanda. In Nigeria, they tell you 1992. Not it started in 1932. That will matter. 32 now it starts. Our grandfathers, very foolish set of human beings, they cause problem. Now our generation I die for nothing. So if you think you are safe, let me tell you, your grandpicking goes over for her. If Joseph that knew not if you don't know Joseph go arise, I'm telling you, right it on concrete, I'm telling you, they go pay for her. You might say, no, we are not there. Not because we not go pay for her. But when the shit go hit before, every person will stay, especially that Kaduna. Every person will pay for it. So you like keep on saying that some of us now are full and brought back from across border. Every person will collect. Put it at the back of your heart. Because when I watch, so in 50 years' time, you say, oh, this is Fulani village. And you know, this is Adara village. You will tell your children, this is Fulani village. And you know the truth in your heart. And you say, today, you are saying, not the way they do it. Keep quiet, keep on, just continue to be quiet. But I'm telling you, when it go happen, every person will suffer, whether you like it or not. So, Saddam, over to you.
Thank you very much, my brother Rookie. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Honorable Ada, you fell off, so I'll bring you back up right now. Okay, you have the space now, my sister. Good morning.
Good morning. It's afternoon here. Good afternoon, everybody. Jobedience, Sizzle, Jimmy, Otumba, real ever best. Yeah, Chai, real ever best. Oh, good job, my brother.
What's
Man, guys,
I'll send you money.
no problem. So now, real ever best. It's not how we're gonna do it. So, guys, I honestly have been enjoying myself, just listening to everybody. And Otumba, man, we talked about this whole Islamization thing last year. We discussed it extensively last year. I think it was in December, and for some reason, I feel like we forget, because things keep hitting you back to back to back in Nigeria. One evil after the other. One evil after the other. Okay, and when you start talking about how it's actually slowly happening to every part of Nigeria, it reminded me of everything we talked about last year, because yes, these people are already positioned in our bushes. We know this already. Like, it's our problem. We keep thinking, oh, it's just on that other side, but more, it's inching close. It's coming closer to you, and we all really have to just come together and just speak up. There's not, look at people dying now. These are human beings, not chicken. Oh, not be chicken. No, man, Nigeria, things just, God, it's not even sympathy fatigue. It's like your people are fighting and struggling to just, find something that will give them peace of mind. It's like that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to preserve any tiny sanctity. And sometimes you open the news and you see something horrible, you just close it. I know I do it. I do it, especially when it's about children. I just close and move on fast, fast. I don't want it to hit me, because when I get traumatized by things that happen to kids, it lasts, that trauma lasts for years. So, man, I don't even know how Nigerians feel. And then for the people living in that middle belt and dealing with all of this, Kai God, come on, man, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. And I don't want to come and start getting emotional here again. Jesus. Okay, guys. So UC Maxwell was here earlier. I think he fell off. I don't know if there's any legal person up here, right? Earl, I see Earl. Okay, Earl Ebuka, looks like you can answer me. Oh yes, I see you. Thank you, my brother. So I came up because I keep hearing, oh, May 29th is just a date. It's just a date, and we've come into some new discovery. It shouldn't be discovery, because if we've been paying attention for so long, we should know this by now. But for some reason, with everything that's been happening to us, we keep just skipping this part. Ebuka, please, if I'm correct, please let me know, because I did ask Chat GPT, and that's where I'm getting my facts right now from. And Chat GPT, according to that, states that the Nigerian Constitution does not allow for any kind of criminal or legal case pursuit, or case to come against a sitting president. Is this correct?
Sorry, it's correct, but let me let you
Okay.
finish, because actually I'm coming up to speak about this. So let me let you finish, and I'm very happy to respond to everything once. Thank you so much. Daluso.
Okay, thank you so much. So when I saw this, I was like, maybe I need to get a little more information into this, because if this is the case, and I understand that this is not the same for a sitting governor, Abi. For a governor, you can bring a civil suit, but not a criminal suit. So they have immunity when they're in the office. As soon as inauguration has happened, then immunity covers them till at least the 4 years tenure, which means, Ibuka, I don't know if this interpretation is right, that please feel free to jump in if that's okay, Sardam, of course, if that's okay.
Okay. Okay, let me jump in
No,
now.
no, no.
Then
Please,
let you
just
speak.
I
Because
finish your submission, then you can jump in. No time now. Time constraint here, so let's not have this back and forth. So you can ask any question. If you can, please, you could just take down the questions she has to ask. Then she'll still be up here. Probably if you don't get the answer she needs, then she can always ask you. But I want her to finish her submission. Then you can also come in.
thank you. Thanks, boss.
So that I can continue, please.
Okay, yes. So I saw that and I was like, does this literally translate to the fact that once inauguration has happened, as long as this person has been conferred the president of Nigeria, he automatically comes under that immunity protection, and no civil or criminal suit can be brought against them. However, investigations can happen, but investigations will have to be pending. Any sort of action will have to be pending till after his immunity clause, which lasts for 4 years. So that's my first question. I would love some clarity on that. And then second one would be, we do know that we have, for me, for one, I have at least 90%, hope that our court case will be fine or will be won. This is if it proceeds, right? I had this hope before this whole new discovery for me. So how about that 10%? If we have that 10% that the court case, the Supreme Court just might rule in error, and it doesn't go our way, does this mean that it's now sacrosanct? Because we know for a fact that the Supreme Court is the highest, like they have the final say. So these were my two. If you can help me, I would love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wanyoma. I think these are very brilliant questions, and I thank you so much for raising them. To be honest, I was actually praying, I'm like, God, please, I'm not feeling too fine, but I want to really speak here before I go to bed. And then he was like, just calm down. And then when you came on and you asked these questions, I was like, wow, there are no plans that we have that is more than the plans that God has for us. So having said that, let me start by saying this. Please, my apologies. This is not supposed to be braggadocious, but I think it's very important that we set the scene. Sorry, that I set the scene so we can have context, so we can all have context, because as they say, context is everything. God has been merciful to me, and I'm fortunate to have worked in 3 of the 5 most prestigious law firms in Nigeria. So, and in that role, we advise the biggest multinationals and some of the biggest names you hear and don't even hear about on several complex issues. And why I'm saying this is because I want you to understand that I am uniquely positioned to speak these facts I'm about to share with everybody on this conversation. But God forbid that a lawyer should know all the law. Now, having said that, number one thing I want to say is this. The Nigerian presidency is one of the most powerful concentration, has one of the most powerful concentration of absolute discretionary powers in any democratic system anywhere on earth. Let me say that again for the record. The Nigerian presidency has some of the most, oh my goodness, insane concentration of absolute discretionary powers of any democratic system anywhere on earth. And that was as a result of series of, I wouldn't say mistake because God knows everything, but on the eve of 1999, I was fortunate to have gone to UNN, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where I was taught by Professor Obinna Okereke, who was one of the guys that worked with Professor Ben Wabueze, the guys that actually drafted the Constitution that we use today. Because the 1999 Constitution is actually based off of the 1979 Constitution. This is important because it gives you more context. Now, my sister in the Lord, my dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you something very important that I've said this before. It has gotten hundreds of thousands of views. Nobody in the APC camp has addressed it intentionally because they don't want to draw your attentions to that particular thing. They are talking about every other thing but not that thing because they are scared that if you guys are aware of that thing, Kasala go boss. What is that thing? Okay. Now, let me explain something to everybody. All our eggs are in 2 baskets. Actually, one basket, but let's argue two baskets. And those two baskets is the petition at the Court of Appeal and the case at the Federal High Court in Abuja by the Abuja resident. I was on his space, I think 2 days ago, and I told them, I think one of the guys actually sponsoring that case was Alako as well, and I told them, listen to me carefully. That case you guys are pushing at Federal High Court, why is brilliant and delicious and sweet? It is dicey because it is delicate, and no judge would want to touch that thing with a 10-foot pole if they have a choice. They would rather run from it because they don't want to be the one that will go and tabon. Because I was explaining to them that in law, right, AND doesn't necessarily mean AND. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's the fact. AND means whatever the court wants it to mean. And it's at their absolute discretion. There are numerous scholars that have argued to and through. So playing a basket, playing a card with something that is dicey is problematic because even if the Federal Court says, okay, fine, you're right, it can be overruled at the Court of Appeal or at the Supreme Court. So that's like a chance in 1 in 3, right? That's good. 1 in 3 is what? 35%? That's not a pass mark. What I advise and what I'm here to share with everybody here in this call is this. There's something better. And that thing, they are scared of you guys even trying it. Now, if you can recall, when Yaradua died, there was a very big issue as to whether or not they can inaugurate Goodluck Jonathan. Because before he left, he did not hand over power to Goodluck Jonathan. And so certain factions were like, no, Koshenshi, he cannot be inaugurated because power was not constitutionally handed over. When the thing was choking everybody in the country and you could sense the tension in the air, God moved for our favor. And National Assembly invoked the sacred last resort doctrine of necessity to inaugurate Jonathan. There was jubilation in the streets. You could see the excitement in the air. People were like, long Sheli. And that was when he contested for election after the expiration of that Yadua's tenure. He won the landslide. Because people can still remember the way they felt as if he was being oppressed. During COVID-19 in 2020, the Lagos State government invoked the doctrine of necessity to lock down the courts, restrict people from going outside of the house, and too many other things. You might go check my profile, you see everything there. Everything, the facts for itself. When Abacha died as well, what happened? There was an interim government that then handed over to what? That conducted the elections that OBJ emerged as president. On what basis did they conduct that election? On what basis did they set up the interim government? The doctrine of necessity. When the soldiers committed the coup they did in 1966, and the several to and fro coups that was happening, they always invoked the doctrine of necessity. Now, let me pause and say something quickly here. I heard some of you guys talking about the soldiers and Jim Abacha. Please make them autographic for outside again. One, please, if you must talk about the soldiers, go and read this very important book. And that is a book that the book it's called Nigerian Soldiers of Fortune. It's different series. It was written by Mas Siolun. That guy is brilliant. If you read it, you understand that it's the same cohort of people, the same class. It's like saying 016 class or 1984 class of the army, of the military that has been ruling Nigeria since after that second counter coup that happened in 1966.
I mean, Buhari is currently our president.
Beautiful. God bless you. This is very important because someone was saying, Tiwa Danjuma, this is the T. The military cannot save us, and we don't even want them to save us because we fought for the right of Democrats to rule over the military. The point about, but we have the Yorubas ruling in the East and whatnot. Understand that the military was craving legitimacy. And so, given that they're craving legitimacy, they were willing to do anything that appears to look as if they are unbiased. But if you go and read those books, you go see they're 9 foul.
One, the ones where they now know they even crave legitimacy at all.
Wait, my boss.
So we're not saying in support of them, but on all indices, we democracy and the military.
And my brother, I don't need to read a book.
You know, we're not holding brief for the military. Nobody pay me.
Nobody's giving brief for the military. But I'm coming here, please. Before you continue, please.
Okay, sir.
I don't need to. You need to read a book to know how much is price of goods now in market.
Do you need to read a
For the
book?
price of fuel.
Do you need to read a book to
I
know
don't need to read the book to know that Tommy Lambridge was constructed by the
was built by
military.
military?
And
All
democracy,
these things,
democracy,
his book is somebody's
democracy has
writing.
not given
So
us.
let's
Please
just come up with a
understand me,
book
Earl.
to read.
The
We were
military
alive during the
creates
military. Many
legitimacy
of us were
enough.
alive during the military, and we saw it then, and we're seeing it now. So it's not a matter of reading book that people wrote.
Odogu.
It's just like
Odogu.
right now. I'm coming, bro. I'll give you 2 minutes to
Okay.
wrap up.
Go
But I
on,
want
sir.
you to understand something. It's
Mhm.
just like you now. In the next 20 years, somebody will come and be writing about Buhari, and you that witness Buhari will be telling you that it is book now. What get you read the book? Buhari did well. What the? We are with the people witness military. People that died. How many of the people that died in the military? Can you name for me civilians? If I tell you like that, name for me any place or any state in Nigeria that was captured by terrorists on the military. You cannot name one. You can't name one. So if you come out here and tell me military, I will give you, if you stand now as a lawyer that you are, I will stand now and give you 10 things I stand by the military and say military are better than the civilians.
Okay, boss, I hear you. Okay,
It's not my book, my brother.
let me just round up my thoughts. And first of all, thank you so much for your passionate speech. I appreciate that. You're speaking from a place of passion and concern and genuineness, and I appreciate that. But just give me a sec. Let me just round up, and then we can then do any further questions. I will appreciate that, my brother. God bless you, sir. Now, I'm not here to talk about the military, but let me just dwell on that last point, and then I can go back to what I'm talking about. Now, the thing is this, my brothers. A very wise black man once said something. He said, if you want to hide the truth from black people, hide it in books. When he's contemplating all the facts that they've been present, all the seemingly facts they've presented in front of him. So what I'm saying here is that God has a way of using history to teach us lessons by revealing the things that have been hidden so that the newer generation can learn from the mistakes of the past and move on. If you go to my pinned tweet, underneath it, you will see where I wrote in expensive details, in painstaking details, what happened during the coup, why that matters, and where we fucked up, and what next from there. With fact, though, not with I hear say person talk say, no, with facts, verifiable. Let me now show you most of those facts were not available to the people that were alive at that point in time because they were what they call state secrets. None of us here has access to state secrets that I'm aware of. So let's be cautious about that. But then having said that, my love, sorry sir, sorry to say that, but my point is this. Generations have come, countries have come, they've looked hard and fast. They've tried every other form, from autocracy to divine right of king to everything, and they've said, see, the best thing that God gave us is democracy. There's a reason. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Stay on my pinned tweet. Please have fun. And we can talk about it from there. Now, to the main point, the doctrine of necessity is very powerful. Why? This is what it does. It empowers the court to say, I don't care about the Constitution. Listen carefully. There's nothing like that in law. I don't care about the Constitution. Why? Because the Constitution is made for the people, not the people for the Constitution. So you cannot use Constitution to come and tie our hands and be doing evil. What he does is that he gives them the power to exercise extraordinary orders over and above the Constitution to protect democracy. There's nothing, bro, boss, no be mouth. I made first class law, but I never sent it to you for this my life. If you understand the way we carry Constitution, we carry it like if it's like the Bible, but it's not the Bible because the Bible is different. They call it the ground norm. They call it the norm upon which all other norms are built upon. They call it the fundamental contract between the governed and the governing and the governed. Nothing. It's like breaking. I don't know how to describe it. It's like breaking. I don't know, but I'm telling you that there's a doctrine that overrides the Constitution, and you can only invoke it when if following the Constitution will result in a greater threat to democracy, freedom, and justice. Now look at the matter. What is the fact of the case? The fact of the case is that somebody with a known convicted history of drug dealing who rose to power on violence and intimidation that was captured live. And in connivance with the Independent National Electoral Commission, allegedly, which has been proved even by external parties like the BBC.
The fact, we call it res ipsa loquitur. The fact speaks for itself. Anybody will get eyes, go see. Now let me explain something to you, my brothers. The court is very powerful. See the Federal High Court, how Kachava, the power they get there, it go bust your head. But they are like a big, it's like grace, and you refuse to tap into the grace. They cannot descend into the arena and can't like bring case for themselves and rule on themselves. That's against the powers and the constitution. But if you say, now this was what I was telling people. One woman was blinded in the eye, and that guy is another lady. Her brother was beaten to almost to death during the election. Each of those cases, each of them is a separate fundamental human rights enforcement action. Go to all the federal high courts across the federation. Don't duplicate cases, but that's now abuse of court process. No, rather, each of those cases is one on its own. It stand on its own. No go do class action. They waste time. You don't need class action. You do not need class action. You just simple. See, my fundamental human rights, section 40 and 42, were violated during the election, such as to prevent me from voting. Look at the injuries on my body. Look at what happened. I got it on video. Or your court, come and invoke the sacred doctrine of university. To say, first of all, to rule that the inauguration should pause because of what? There's a bigger issue at hand. This thing that this guy has been accused of are not mere technicalities. They are fundamental issues. And if he's sworn in, it's like, because at that point in time, the court knows to be the Sabi book now. They know. You've given him the powers of the state. And it will be on record forever and ever that he was even inaugurated. Whether it is for one day, you answer president of Nigeria. And with that power, the potential for abuse, the fear around the potential for abuse are 100% legitimate. To whom much is given, much is expected. And the fact speaks for itself. How you do anything is how you do everything. The judges are human beings. Now let me tell you what's happening. Let me now level down for now, make you understand that well. Each of the federal high courts are manned by different justices. Different justices. Yes, they all report to one justice. But then, see, let me tell you, the way it works is that those judges are independent. Yes. The presiding justice assigns the cases. Yes. But at the end of the day, what happens in their courtroom happens in their courtroom. You cannot bully them anyhow. If you try and they will carry you go NJC, and that one and that matter on your own. Let us use the power of democracy against them. What does that mean? Imagine they wake up in the morning and they hear that there are 30 cases, one in Abia, one in Sokoto, one in Lagos, and they're different parties, not the same people, God forbid, Allah magic, because that would be abuse of court process. With different stories, this is what happened to me during the election. And this is why I'm coming to the court to say, postpone this swearing in. Let me now tell you something. We don't need all the cases to win. Because none of them will win. They will throw away most of them. We just need one judge somewhere. One judge that will say, Haba, I fear God, man, not for bad thing. Oh yeah, I'm issuing an order to restrain this thing until after the tribunals, after the Supreme Court has decided on who is the lawful president. Use the law against them. Don't go and look. Protest is great, it's amazing, I support it. Peaceful protest, yes. Flankard is great, but let me now give you a gist. When we gather like that, choke everywhere, even the judges will fear. Because they be human beings, they will say, hey, God, I beg you. God, I beg you. You put them under pressure. Because if they make a mistake on technicality, the court will throw it aside. When it gets to the Supreme Court, they will throw it aside. Because justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. By the way, that's a slogan you can use to get them televised if you want to push them that way. But the point is that, see, don't pressure those guys because they're going through a lot of things. I'm not a judge, but bro, I've read some of their judges. Not some, a lot of their decisions. Not all of them are sound, but if you read some of them, you will cry. You say, these guys, they sabi work. Remember that when a case goes to court and it wins or loses, you will not be. Even when people will be lawyers, say they get confused by the technicalities of the argument when they argue there. Talking of person
yeah, my brother, your mouth
so in
sweet.
essence,
How many you feed
sorry,
do? How
boss.
many you feed do? We will start the fight from tomorrow. How many you
One,
feed do?
the
Your
first
mouth
one
sweet.
is
Hey, how many
now
you feed
God
do?
they
We
give
will start
mouth. Now God
with
they give mouth. See, my brother, make I talk finish.
you.
See,
Okay, yeah,
one
me will
thing
start
that
from
Bro,
tomorrow.
please,
one
bro, I
thing
beg,
that
we have to. We're not gonna sleep here, please.
bro, I
Just
don't
laugh,
finish
laugh.
already. Make I
I want
just
make
round
because
up.
people there by DM since they ask me, say, where is he going to? Where are you going to? I
Where I'm
want to
going
know
to is
this. You
this.
don't carry us go
Where
Sokoto.
I am going to is this,
Just
my
tell us
brother.
what you think we should do,
Good.
what should be done, real quick,
God
so we
bless
can.
you.
Is it
Thank you, sir.
possible? Is it feasible? Real quick,
Everything.
Nigeria
Okay,
today
thank you.
now, make we just know it with that pass
No,
what.
Thank you.
radio
Just
Now,
is
if
in
you
30
have,
seconds,
the
please.
hard way how to communicate.
if you have, so number one, if you know someone, or you have a member of your family that was hot during the election, if you have evidence, better walk to the nearest federal high court. Look for any lawyer you trust. Tell them to run you for you pro bono, or tell you that you don't have money, or you have money, doesn't matter. Share my tweets with them. I've given them the legal argument, the strategy. Carry and go court. If you know if you do, share them with your network. People go do people go run, and we just have less than 1 week to go. We will find one honorable judge in Nigeria that will stand for what is right. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my brother, hold on. Say, now lawyer go file him, or you say you be lawyer now.
Yes,
How many you file now? Which are the
now lawyer
ask?
go file them. Check my
How many
profile.
you fi file?
So three things. Number one, and I'll be very, very honest with you guys. I am a public figure. And the role I currently
Public figure, you don't
occupy,
like Nigeria?
wait now. God's share work. Eke loro eke, kind of buy. They don't share work from heaven. My own job not to point the righteous people to the right way. There are people that are more qualified than me who are litigators. I'm not a litigator. Yes, I have litigation experience, but I'm not a litigator. We need our best horses. Any lawyer that is what half his salt, that sees what I've written. Any lawyer.
Okay, no problem.
And if you need help, listen, I'm not done. Connect me directly to your lawyers. I will walk them through it step by step.
No problem. What will happen is that we'll connect you to all the lawyers that are available
God bless you, sir.
across.
But I mean, I even have a question. How is that different from what? Okay, I know. I
No,
think.
Atuma, I see his angle. Because I feel
No.
like
My own is Byron. I was saying Byron has been collecting evidences and collecting stuff. Like, how does that? Is there something where you can just go? We can pick off what Byron has been doing because I know
Beautiful.
Byron has been collecting
Beautiful.
videos.
I think Baron is focusing on INEC and Yakubu.
I
Byron
feel
just want to make
like
Yeah, but
focusing
you
on
see, but
INEC and Yakubu.
Byron is also getting evidences of physical assault and things like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, people have been submitting evidences of.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, we
those
can
people,
use
God bless you,
those.
sir.
We can
Those
And
use
then
people that are
we
secondly,
can use
submitted.
those.
I have a question. So if we get let's say we get one of the judges ruling. Number one, how quick can it happen? Number two, would they not just go to the appeal court and then delay the process?
Oh, no.
Is it
So
okay?
listen, God bless for that question. God bless you. God bless you, sir. You're very smart. Now, first one, I don't know who Baron is, but we can start from it's easily start from there. How? Because if people have willingly submitted this information to him, chances are high that those people will be willing to, file an affidavit, which is really what you just need to start a case, an originating affidavit, among other things, and then the Fundamental Human Rights Enforcement Action. Tell them. I need to go and double check the rules of court, but I believe it can be started by motion ex parte. What that basically means is that you don't need to start filing notice to go and give INEC and all those people, or Tinubu or all those guys, because that takes time. And why that is important is that because it's really about something that's emergency. So when you file it by motion ex parte, and you tell the court, please, it's an emergency. They know now. They're not sleeping. It's an emergency. Please, the rule. Some will tell you, reluctant, you serve them notice. One or two will say, you know what, Muku run am. Let me explain to you. When CBN froze the account of NSAS guy, that was what he used. He used the motion ex parte. That's why people are crying that I didn't even get notice. I just saw my account was frozen, sorry. So motion ex parte can work. Not it will work. Not everywhere, but God will give us somebody that will work. Now, this is important. Institute those actions in the place where the offense itself took place. So if someone is telling that I was in Port Harcourt and it happened, go to the federal court in Port Harcourt. Someone is telling you I was in Lagos, go to Lagos. Someone telling you, so basically the network of lawyers that we have should be the ones filing these things as soon as Monday, latest. So on Monday morning, first of all, the other team will regret the day where they find Nigeria in trouble. They will regret them. Because by the time they fly, finish up and down, guys, they even get served. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Please, guys, you see, that's one good thing I like with this movement, that people have is to bring different solutions, and I say it all the time that you might be there and listening and you have the solution. So please, I'm getting okay. Yeah, there's different lawyers working on violent cases here, but he's saying every court house in Nigeria, the whole 36 states,
Apart from probably, some states that will not want to file, but every courthouse you can file case. So if you know a lawyer in your court in your this thing, please reach out. Or you can go on
No, I
his
was
text
even thinking.
live.
I thought we have the coalition of lawyers. I mean, that's right now because we're in the time crunch. Today's if this will work, this is 5:18.
Do you have the link to the coalition of lawyers, Otumba?
Yeah, and other people
I
they
do.
answer.
I do.
Okay,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Jimmy,
yeah, I mean
you
that's
should do.
something that we can
I do.
organize a meeting with them tomorrow, and try to get if
Then we have
whatever.
evidence with Baron. We meet Baron, ask him, let him
Yeah, there's
break all those
evidence in
evidences
Baron.
down
There's
to
evidences. Yeah, so
every state.
at least the one for Lagos. I already know I know the one for Lagos. I know the one. Port Harcourt's plenty die. Rivers plenty die. So like at this point, we should throw everything that we can at them. I know whatever we can throw at them, let's throw it.
Yeah,
Like
we'll not throw anything away. Everything is possible. Anything possible, we
throw
do.
the entire kitchen sink, the pipe. Let's throw it into something we stick. Whatever sticks. Yeah.
Because
God bless you, boss.
thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Honestly, you brought a different angle to the conversation. I've never thought about this one, safe. That we can sue them around the whole state. Hi, I'm on
Different
Tinubu.
cases
But yeah,
for each
I think I
state,
see
but
what you're engaging
yes.
with the military
I
stuff.
wish. Well,
Because
I don't wish. It's possible. Since it's doable, do it.
Saddam,
Go
Saddam,
on, brother.
I just want to tell him that there's one thing I know for sure. All your functioning, high generating power stations were constructed by the military. The civilian has not given us jack shit since 1999. But go ahead, sir.
No, I understand his position, Otuma. If
Oh yeah, we're not calling back
but
for
we are
military.
speaking, when we have passed that stage already. Everybody can agree to disagree on that one. But for me, I stand on the fact that civilians have done nothing for Nigerians over the past 23 years. They have only brought cellular phone and poverty and hunger in Babariga. That is the difference now with El Rufai neck. You see, look at El Rufai's children neck. Under military, that neck now, they go the Gaji barracks. They wear uniform. But you see, they come
If
on.
the military spends $60 billion on electricity, we'll definitely have more than 4,000 megawatts.
Yes,
I
4,000.
repeat.
The 4,000 we have is still cumulative from 90% of this is still from Egbe, Shiroro, Jeba, contract under the military. So
Kayanji Dam built during
Kanji.
the military.
So yeah, we can please. I
But
mean,
but
yeah.
please, my brother, let me even please, guys, follow him up. And if you just we'll talk to Jimmy, please. Let's get to work. Get the coalition of lawyers.
Yeah, I
Let's
will
get lawyers
contact
across the country,
Prisma
please.
tomorrow. I will
It's very
contact
important
Prisma.
that informations like this we will make best use of it. Hopefully, when we get back on Monday, we'll remember all these things we came up here to say and do. Thank you very much, my brother. You gave a wonderful submission. Thank you. God bless you. You see, I am supporting this mascot feeling with $100. Somebody have already supported mascot feeling in my DM already. Now, with $100. You see, now so it be. So thank you, please. If you,
Interesting. I think we need to bowl this up.
we should. We will.
The reason why
Everybody,
I
just
think
focus on your state.
no,
What I believe,
not even that. I think because I think Uriel was talking to me that there's already one JRV has collated. Like this, there's already been there's documentation of in several, even I know Enugu, in part of our individual part of the petitions in court. There's a violence. Some of them have documented violence, a physical altercation. So it's me. What I'm saying is like instead of starting to look for people one after the other, like if we bubble it up to the campaign and to the contestants, and we bubble it up to the inner main part of it, and say, yo, whatever you guys have on physical evidence, you have lawyers. I don't want a situation where obedience are the only one just carrying this on our head. Like
My
everybody has.
love, listen to me, sir. This is more important than all those things. We just have 1 week. Let's don't wait for anybody's permission. We, the people,
No,
have
no,
the power.
I'm not saying permission. I'm
We
saying
can ask them,
just
hold on, boss. We can ask them
leveraging
to
on
give
what
us
they have.
additional data points, additional
Yeah.
information, support as better as they can. But let me tell you the sincere truth. We don't need anybody. We'll just start. Does not need to be perfect. Just start. You can always
Chineke,
amend it.
you don't cast to. Hey, I am supporting this mascot feeling with 500,000 in my DM
You see,
Let's go there.
Saddam, abeg, Joe Bident, abeg. You see that guy submission? Just cut am, cause I no fit talk.
Another
All these things wey he talk
$100.
now. Just cut that submission area. Now which I go say give the lawyer, because me I no fit explain all this long thing with this guy explain.
That's
I no be
smart.
lawyer.
That's smart. And please tell the lawyers that it's very
Just
important
cut
that they
am for
read
me,
the tweet
abeg.
I wrote
You
about. Sorry,
know.
boss. Sorry to interrupt you. Some people will tell you that it's abuse of court process. They are wrong. And I've written about that extensively as to why it's not. It's on my tweets. But just to say it here for the record, for the lawyers that will be listening to this, these are separate, distinct cases of individuals. For every person that was hurt, for every person that was nearly killed, for every person that was denied their right to vote, they themselves
People
have a
that were killed,
separate
unko. People that were killed,
whole.
unko.
Each
Wow.
of them have
I've gotten
the right to go to court to enforce
wow.
their fundamental human rights. Each of them.
I've gotten $500 now and 500,000 naira. Now. God bless you all. Nigeria must welcome.
Okay. So let's do this, guys. Joe Bidient, I beg, let me cut where this guy did that, wonderful submission. Just I beg, let me just cut that area. That will be what I will send to the Lawyers Coalition. They'll go through, they'll listen to him, they'll go through it. So from there, whoever has any documentation, I have some with me. I'll probably connect Baron with the coalition of lawyers or something. We need to move ASAP. We need to move ASAP.
Yeah, today's
We don't have any time.
Thursday.
Today
Today's
is
Thursday
Friday
by
already.
Friday. So
Friday
by
already.
we can use Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're in courts across the country.
Sure, you understand? We will gather document, do anything we want to do Saturday, Sunday. So by Monday, we know everybody simultaneously. Then they go court Monday morning. So guys, please, let's do this. Let us do this. It's worth giving it a shot. We don't know where it's gonna hit them from, but yeah,
Wow,
this is
I've gotten
beautiful. Thank
another
you.
100, another €100, another
That is good.
$100.
That is good. That is good.
God bless you guys. My goodness, the guy. God bless you guys. Wow. From $200 to $500, he's gonna make you $500. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. So that's the power of the people. Though we have 500.
See, Saddam,
Six,
I think
7,
what happened
8,
is what this guy just did now is
9.
giving us an excuse, giving us a solution to preventing the inauguration. A lot of people are way behind that. A lot of people
Oh
don't
my,
want that inauguration to hold. So
yeah.
him coming with a solution from preventing that is the reason why you're seeing people backing that up. People don't want it to hold. And that
Another,
is the reason why
an-
people are throwing their
another,
money behind it now.
another 250,000 naira. Oh my goodness. God bless you guys. Another $100, £100. Oh my God, have mercy. God bless you guys. God, please, guys, please keep it coming. Just keep it coming. Hopefully when we please, Jimmy, get across the coalition of lawyers in the morning, first thing tomorrow. Let us get people across the country to start filing these cases across the country. If we from the platform here, we can push 20-30 states. It is possible, and we will know how far we can go from here. Thank you guys. Please do not relent. Keep pushing. It is possible. We can, our own as a people, say yes. We stop this criminal from becoming the next president. Thank you, Ebuka. I would like to come back to you, but let's have one or two more speakers because we have to wrap up the space real quick. Madam Liberty, you've been here for long, so how you go, man, for 3 minutes, please. Thank you.
Madam, can I
Sorry,
just 1 minute just finish up?
hold on, Ada. Joe Bidient, please, if you can cut that for me now before you go to bed, so I will send it to Prisma and the lawyers. So I will send a message. So by the time before I wake up in the morning, they would have gone through it and start doing something about it. I beg, please. Sorry, back to you now, Saddam. Sorry.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. All right, madam. Okay, I think you say only something 1 minute. Please go on.
Yes, please. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Go on, please.
quickly wanted to say I know how it is sometimes when I could hear from his voice he was kind of shaky because the weight of what he's saying, right? And we sometimes don't want to come face to face with the harsh realities, but I feel like as obedience right now, let's take off the kids' gloves. Let's have this mindset that be ready to face the harshest reality and just not be blindsided. I don't want to be blindsided by anything at all. There's a reason these people keeping quiet and letting us run with whatever we want to do. So let's get more facts. If you have more facts out there, guys, and you feel like, you don't want to go against the room, please come up and say it. We're ready. We're strong enough to hear it. Okay, we'll hear it. Because once we know the problem, then we can think of the solution immediately. We need to not let this man get sworn in. So that, please, my brother, it's been a while we trended something, right? Let's trend that the courts need to postpone that May 29th event. They need to just, why does May 29th have to happen? Why are they in such a hurry? Hold it. Let's just hold it for now and until we're done. And why do we have to spend all that taxpayers' money for just a ceremony? Please, please, please. Thank you so much. All right.
All right,
If you want
thank
to
you very
trend
much.
something, just trend doctrine of necessity. He says it all.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. All right. Madam Liberty, please, you have the space, please. 3 minutes. Okay, another 100. Let me just make some real fast. Another 100 Canadian dollars. Thank you. I don't call people name here, so people don't rush your DMs. Thank you for another 100 on another 100,000 naira. You know yourself. Thank you very much, sir. Please, guys, keep the. Oh my goodness, we have raised. Let me see. 500, 250, 750, 100, 850.
Bro, you're close to 2 million naira just now.
Yes. In less. Come on, man. We're doing some fucking shit. God bless you guys. It's like 2 million naira, close to 2 million naira in less than 5 minutes. That's amazing, guys. Please, if you want to support, you can support. Please, it is not. I did not even say everybody support first safe. I don't even say they will this money safe drop. When I just use how they come here. So thank you guys. Please, it is amazing how much you guys have been of help to this movement and to this our country. God bless you all. All right. I think I will just allow Madam Liberty come in now. Then we'll get the conversation rolling. Please, my 2 minutes, please. Let's try and wrap this piece up. Thank you.
2 minutes. I'll do my best to
Like
stay within
Indomie,
that.
just imagine your Indomie.
Can you hear me, please? Am I loud and clear?
Yes,
My
man. Like
regards to
Indomie.
Very clear.
fantastic. Oh, Cecil, my brother, Earl, you know what you just said is set me buzzing. This is one of the times I wish I win the Euro Million right now, just bankroll everything all by myself. But you never know. I'll play the lottery this Friday. Everyone, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everything you're doing. It's just, in fact, I'm just so lost for word. Emir, Saddam, and team, your parallel fact is wonderful. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone to how you've supported the global petition. Thank you to UC Maxwell for his efforts. Real ever best. My goodness, you're the G, man. When it was impossible, we reached out to you and you gave access. Through you, UC Maxwell got in the courtroom. Thank you so much. All this effort, all this multiple effort, obedient. I know that we are digging deep. We just have to continue digging deep. In fact, I'm going to be doing extra sheets. All this new court action by Baron, this one initiated by Violence from Violence Space. I hope there is a way we can coordinate all these multiple fronts and make sure that funds are getting to where it's getting to. Magnific Dude, this is where you're coming. You're the big fundraiser. Wow, there's so much going on. My people, you know what? I have nothing to say. I'm lost for what. I yield the mic to anybody else that has something more sensible to contribute. let me not waffle.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. You don't shock you now. What happened now? You don't shock you. Even I say you shock me, honestly. I don't make my neighbors want to say electricity don't shock me. But thank you very much. All right, Big Mark, my brother, you hear your answer. Oh, please you have the space. Go on, sir. Big Mark.
Big Mac, take it away.
Yeah, that's how I said it. Take it away. Big Mark, take it away. Take it away,
Yeah,
Big Mark.
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please.
Okay. You have 5 seconds. Let me give you 5. I'll give you 5. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Please, if you have lawyers across the country, please, it's important you reach out right now. If you have lawyer friends, what really pushed Baron to make his case is that, but when you have a profession, the law profession will get useless. I'm saying this now with all due respect to every lawyer, is that the profession will die with the Tinubu's presidency. It automatically dies. It will die just same way every profession in Nigeria will die, and many have died under Buhari. Our healthcare system is dead. It's comatose under Buhari's regime. You can see why they cannot even treat themselves. Even his dentist, he cannot use a dentist in Nigeria.
Asu is dead.
ASU is dead. The civil service is dead. The police is dead. The military is struggling.
everything is dying. The judiciary is in comatose as we speak right now, and a Tinubu
Saddam, hold on.
government.
Saddam, sorry, question. Are you trying to trend something this night?
Is it? Can we see trend this night? I
No,
think should
let's
we?
not. Let's yeah. I'm first of all, like the fact we're talking about it on this space already gives me EBGBs because I don't want. I think this is something we blindside people with. So as much as we can fly and walk this under the radar, I would suggest. I don't know, but I just don't want a situation where talking about strategy on the space is just gets me. Yeah, but then as much as this is something we need to operate under the radar, where this is the most they can know about it. The rest, no idea. Like I don't even want to.
Atuma, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're not
this was
discussing
why I
strategy on the idea. We're
requested
not
the
taking
mic.
strategy here now.
Yeah, I want us to just keep it on the low and let's not broadcast it. Let's not make anything trend. I would call Osage Coalition for Peter Obi lawyer. I would talk to Prisma first thing in the morning, and I would want to also tell Earl to please DM me so I can get his contact. I will link you up with Asage and Prisma, and we will see how many courts we can start filing this as soon as Monday, Tuesday. And I definitely don't mind opening spaces to raise funds if it's not enough and we can get this going like ASAP. But I just want us to just, you know, keep it under the radar right now. I don't want us to be too excited and then blow it all up and then just expose ourselves. I think it's best we work under the radar. Otumba, you're right on point with my thought process as well. That's why I requested the mic and I just wanted to say that. But God bless you, El. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. And Saddam, Sizzle, and Joe Biden. One love, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Big Mac. Thank you very much. All right,
I'm
insights.
like Mark. Thank you.
Saddam, good evening, everybody. Good evening from where? I just to ask you to check your DM. I don't know if that account is the right one. Please.
Okay,
Otherwise,
okay,
help me
let me
because
check.
that's the same one you gave me the other time for birthday gift. Thank you.
Okay, let me check. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. All right, Jama and your hands are up. You have the space, please.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Perfect, sir. Continue.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sizu. Honestly, what El just mentioned uh, was kind of on my mind, but maybe more about the end result, which is how can we stop this interrogation? Because one of the things like that's been in a lot of people's mind, right, has always been we knew about the constitutionality about the 25% in Abuja. We knew about the forfeiture of the drug case. So for a lot of us, for majority of us, we were thinking and saying, okay, maybe that will buy us a lot of time, or probably we'll just disqualify this guy already before that May 29th. And that's what Dati Baba Ahmed has been saying when he specifically mentions the date, May 29th, and say if you swearing this guy in, you have kind of like ended the constitution of Nigeria. And can we just sit back and just look at and see that the constitution of this country is desecrated, and we're just moving on technicalities of they did not bring result or they did not give materials, which for me is in quotes peripheral, which is it be our case, but the majority of the conversation is this man qualified to be sworn in as the president of this country based on the constitutional requirement for being sworn as the president of this country. So I'm really glad, and I think that's where our main focus should be right now, to ensure that this guy is not sworn in with all the legal means. For those who need to come out, your protest, you can protest online, you can protest at home, we can be innovative about it. You don't necessarily congregate everywhere and block highways or anything, but the world needs to know that we are come down to a day that this constitution of our country will be desecrated by these bastards. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Peter is better. Please, if you're up here on the speaker section, please, you want to speak, please. You could just do us a favor by raising up your hands. Okay, Mr. Ken Pella is here, so Peter is better, please. If your hands are not up, I might have to drop you. It means you're not ready to speak or you're not here to speak. Wild Wind. Also, please, if you're up here, I'm saying this one more time, please. Mr. Kempela, good evening, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you? Well, it's evening. It's evening where I am. How are you?
We're fine, sir. We're fine, sir. Trying to take back our mandate.
Well,
How are you doing too?
I'm good. I'm good. I've really been excited listening to you guys, especially I had to go off for a bit to speak to my lawyers in Nigeria. So I missed a bit of it, but I heard most of the presentation about the trying to stop the swearing in based on the doctrine of necessity. And I was quite excited by it. I want to suggest that, I totally agree with everything that needs to be done. But I'd like to also suggest that a small team of the people here, if we could put together a small team of the people here to follow up and supervise that process of ensuring that all these cases are filed across the land and follow up on it. It's a short time, and we can easily be sitting down and waiting and anticipating that it's being done, but then we may just find out that it didn't get done. So if we can put together a small team, a small committee of people to that can be relating, to put that together, that would be wonderful. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
sir.
not too used to the protocol here, so I think I'm supposed to
Oh,
say I yield the mic.
I yield the mic, sir. Thank you very much. I think definitely that's what we're already gonna do. People are gonna definitely. Please, people have to take up mantles. Many of us, me and I, is on my own head, don't fool. So hopefully, people pick up mantles.
I volunteer to be part of that team.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. So please, I'll talk to you in the DM.
Likewise.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'll talk to you. I think I'll at the end of the space, we'll just reach out in the DM and have more conversations on this. Thank you.
So please
All right.
send me that clip of the presentation.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll do that.
All right. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you too, sir. Thank you. All right. Peter is better. You have the space, my brother. Good morning.
Yeah, my brother, good morning. I've just been listening and I'm very impressed and excited by Mr. Ogbo Ebuka Chukwu. The analysis he gave is because this is very frank with you. I've been worried. I've been talking to Joe Biden regularly. I've been worried about this. Even this guy is inaugurated. The truth is that we don't forget about it. I will know this man's strategy.
My brother, if
does.
it's inaugurated, if you forget about it, we will not forget about it. Please, please don't use your fear and tell us.
It will be difficult. So whatever we can do.
You can say it will be difficult. Don't tell us forget. What do you mean by what do you forget about it? What is that? What is that a talk? I beg, please don't even say that, please. I beg you, please. But go
on. So short. The reason I even requested for the mic is that when I listen to him, very fine presentation. I can volunteer myself and support any way you want me to support. I can be available in every activities you guys want to do here in Nigeria. I'll make myself available for it. I'm very interested in that. And I appreciate him. I appreciate everybody for what you are doing. Because this Nigeria that we are today is all about life and death. We must make sure that we are alive and making sure that we get Nigeria better. So that together we must take our country back from consumption to production. Thank you very much. Good morning. I hear the mic.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Please, I'm saying this right now because please mute your mic, brother. I'm saying right now for Nigerians to understand, we have not come this far and say the impossibilities will happen. Let them while fighting, let it not be inaugurated. If it's inaugurated, we will fight till the very end. So if you feel you're tired, if the inauguration, it is not Uhuru. Inauguration for all, so many of us is a normal date. But whatever we can do to stop it, we'll stop it. And if it's not stopped, God forbid it is not stopped, we will fight till we collect back our mandate. We will fight till we collect that back our mandate. That's the mindset we should have going forward. It was never going to be easy. Let us please always remember that. Please. Please. Thank you. Ifeanyi Okoye, you have the space, sir. Good morning. Ifeanyi Okoye, your hands are up.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, 2 minutes, sir. Please. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been listening to people's contribution. I think it's of essence, like you earlier said. It is not over till it's over. But the reality is that whether there will be an inauguration, like Baba Ahmed that year said, the judiciary is the onus lies on them to do the needful. So, like every sector of the economy, Buhari has collapsed it. And Tinubu is going to be worse than Buhari if he should come in. But the truth is that most people don't see it that way. They believe that he has anything to offer. The Tinubu of 20 years ago and the Tinubu recently are not the same. He came back to Nigeria on 24th of April and he only spent 2 weeks. He left on the 10th. Today makes it a week and 2 days. He has left the country again. And he wants to rule one of the most populous nations in proxy. I don't know. And a failing economy. Just because we've seen what INEC has done so far. Somebody said sometime that INEC is an extension of APC. Up till now, they've not provided the results of each polling unit. And sometimes we begin to ask ourselves, like I think you, Saddam, you said the military is better. To an extent, I will disagree with you and I will agree on some grounds. The only difficult place of the military is that they don't give room to human rights. But I can tell you that same thing is faced here. Though human rights is fair under Buhari, the Tinubu presidency is going to clip all avenues of human rights. They will not allow people to express themselves. They will go out to the only thing left to Nigerians, apart from the conventional media that have been bought, and most of these cash TVs, is the social media, which I can tell you that, like a few days ago, Kayamo, I don't know how he got his son, said there is need to regulate the social media. That means they want everybody to be in a state of zombies. People cannot express their opinion. The country will be at the beck and call, whatever they wish to do. And the initiative being taken is a good one in order to institute court cases. It's at this time we know judges that mean well for the country, or those. And mind you, some of the challenges P2B is facing, or the obedient people is facing, it's more or less like, I'm sorry I will use this word, it's more or less like ethnic profiling. If you ask them, what has P2B done to you people for the name callings, nobody can say a single thing. Has EFCC arrested him or invited him for money laundering since he left office? No tangible answer. Why are you people are fighting him? Nothing, just because he's an Igbo man. And this set of class of people should not become president. Before our very own eye, the former governor who served under Buhari's regime as minister, EFCC invited him. He wrote letter recently. They should delay it till after Tinubu's inauguration. And these are people who speak grammar, speak big English. The useful idiots. And when you see, they don't say anything bad in it. You see well, thank God today is the court case. We're already in a new day, Friday, and we are expecting a papa because he will be giving VIP treatment today. I didn't say much. I'm not expecting anybody to beat him, but they should give him VIP treatment. You see somebody, you claim that somebody pulled your cap and you say the person will not see old age. You are an old man, but you are behaving like a nuisance. The court is a public place, yes, but it needs decorum. You go into a court places and you are telling people, saying that you are the national chairman of the party because you have collected money. I can understand. He needs to do his job because he's being paid to be a fool. It's sad. The most populous nation going into the hands of somebody, a drug lord. An INEC chairman is telling us Obi did not get spread, that he did not win the election, that he lacks agents. Is that the job of INEC? There is more to that. It's either this country, we sit down and discuss the unity of this country, fairness, equity, or a time will come when everybody decides to go their own separate ways. That is the truth. People claim that they love the country, but they don't see you as part of them. Any small thing, they will tell you go back to where you're coming from. And most of the people creating problem in Lagos, they are not from Lagos. What they cannot take, a man from Ogun State, Ekiti or Shu, will come to Lagos and become any other thing.
My brother, if I please wrap up in 30 seconds, please. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. So that is just my take. We are faced with all these people, bloodsuckers, and we will keep fighting. We won't give up because we know definitely there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. We will not give up. We will fight time to go. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right. I think okay. Before I come back to you, let's take a lady now. Come back to you. April, you have the space now. Good morning.
Hi guys, yeah, thank you for bringing me back up. I just wanted to respond to what that brother said, and I don't know how many people will get to hear this. I'm sorry guys, I'm jogging. That's the noise at the back. When you ignore people, it's more powerful than like engaging them. I hope like you guys, people back home, like we can ignore that at Papa tomorrow because they want to cause chaos. That is what they want. You see that non-entity that is something that's screaming all the time. He's in Abuja now. All of a sudden, he's an Papa fan. He's saying Yoruba Rono, that they want to beat their brother, so he wants to go defend him as a Yoruba man. They are trying to pull the tribal card all over again. I hope nobody touches them tomorrow, because if there is a fight, if the case gets postponed, or how is it called, it is them that profit. They benefit from that. It's like the child in the Bible, the woman whose child died that went to steal another person's baby. She said, "Oh, let's divide the child," because she knows it's not her own. Her own is dead anyway, so they might as well kill this one, so that make all of us dig the same ground. So I want to beg, just ignore him, even if he wants to say anything. Let him say it. Everybody just walk away. He will feel like an idiot because they're going to come prepared tomorrow. It's not only that human being that is there with him now. They're all going to be there. So please, let's just ignore them. Let's do what we are going there for. And I am very happy what I saw this evening, that there's actually something that can be done. That's what I've been asking. What can we do? And I'm very proud of you guys. God bless you. Thank you for all that you are doing. And I hope God keep everyone safe, because nobody knows what these people are capable of. Thank you, guys. I yield.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. Okay, Ibuka, please, I'll give you a minute, please. If you just want to add up something, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, and I appreciate the you bringing me back on stage. I deeply appreciate that. The only thing I want to say is this. I want you guys to, I know we already know these things, but it's important. He told me it's important that I still repeat it and reiterate it. This strategy is not from me. It's from God. I literally prayed. I was like, God in heaven, please. You told me that this guy is not going to be president, that Peter Obi is going to be the one. You made me say some things, some utterances. Please help me. What should I do? And he gave me the answer. I was like, Jesus. I was so surprised. But then when he gave me the answer, he was very specific. He said, a flurry of litigation. I was like, what do you mean by a flurry of litigation? What do you mean by that? What does that even mean? What do you mean? He said, don't worry. Start talking. So I started writing about it. When I started, some very powerful people reached out to me. I mean, my work, I work with powerful people, so nothing they solve. But then this time around, they were like,
Ibuka, please, I think you have narrated this enough. I think we now understand. We now want to get to work, so we have to shut down.
I know. Sorry, my brother. Sorry, my brother. Let me just round up, because we're not fighting against flesh and blood.
No, my brother, there is nothing you want to say that he probably this is your first time. I think this is your first time on this space. So I think so you don't know. Probably you should look at the name of the space first. We have been running this for the past 10 months, and
well done,
you don't need there is just leave the rest. Let Nigerians get to work. We don't talk much on this space. We work, we act. So if the last 10 minutes should have proven to you that we have serious Nigerians here. If it doesn't come
very serious ones, yeah. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so just thank you for the idea, and I think you can just keep your side, and probably we'll be talking on the back end. But thank you very much, bro. Thank you. All right, let me bring in my name, Nigerian09. You have the space. Good evening. Please, 2 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. I don't even think I'm going to spend 2 minutes. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing.
30 seconds.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy, Joe Obedient, Otumba, everybody. I greet everybody. I fully respect every obedience on the space. Well, when this guy was talking, I've been listening from the beginning of the space, and I've just been listening, and I didn't even feel any need to talk, but It was like a eureka moment when this guy came up. And like you said, at first, he was saying a lot of things, and I wasn't hearing anything until we finally said what was the most important thing. And I really am happy that with the way things have turned up and how people are already uh, making plans and working together to achieve this plan. Well, I'm also volunteering myself to be part of anything that needs to be done to keep eye on to make sure that things are going on fine. So I'm also volunteering myself. If there's anywhere that I'll be needed, I'm fully available to put my quota. Then I really want to just quickly mention about the Niger Delta, Middle Belt, this thing. It's really a sad case. It's really heartbreaking. But everybody have said a lot of things, and there's no need to overflow the issue. I just know that something has to give. That was what I posted on my status. I was like something has to give. I mean, this cannot continue, and I just know that the finish line is very close. We just need to keep our heads up. We need to keep fighting, and we will make it at the end of the day. Thank you very much for everything you guys do once again. Are you the mic?
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Guys, I think we have to wrap up the space now. Honestly speaking, we have tried. Mommy B, please. Please, I don't know, man. I have to end the space now. Okay, let me just bring please for a minute, please. I have to end the space now. I've tried for the day, so please, in a minute, please. Thank you.
No, I see when you were talking about Baron. I feel like you've forgotten that the Oracle, because Baron was focusing on disenfranchised suppression and all the rest. The Oracle was actually focusing on people who were injured and stuff. So we might very well have a ready list from which, we could get consent and set the ball rolling, because I guess he would have it in one place. So I feel like we should touch base with him. Also, despite the fact that they tell us we have no structure, we have a strong support group structure, right? Who can I even identify other people that perhaps haven't come forward, but would be happy to play a role? I'm kind of, available. I don't mind doing the hard work and all the rest of it. So please let me know if I can help in any way. That's all I needed to say. Thank you. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I think we've had an amazing space as usual. Thanks for all the contributions. Thank all the people that have come out here to donate and say they want to reach out and help support this law case. I will be in your DMs trying to see how we can coordinate everything. We're gonna have to get to work as quick as possible starting from tomorrow and see the way forward towards what we can do. Thank you to everyone that have joined us today. Again, it's another amazing space. We have spent the last couple of hours here deliberating on the country, and I say all the time, it's important to have these discussions because nobody knows who it has been laid on their heart to help us salvage our country. We'll keep doing our own part as individuals. Please, tomorrow, if you're in Abuja, please come out en masse and on time. Please. It is very, very important you guys come out on time. Redova Best have gone to sleep. He is very, very appreciative of your support to him. Thank you guys, all of you that reached out to Redova Best and supported him. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Thank you to all my amazing co-hosts, Otumba, N6, Joel Obedient, Jimmy. Thank you, guys, all of you following the parallel facts. Thank you to all of you retweeting our posts. Please do not see any parallel facts post and pass it by. Even if you don't like the news or you don't like the headlines, just retweet it and like it. Help grow the platform as we all grow together. Thank you to the amazing Vawulence team crew behind the scene. Thank you to the amazing Vawulence space technical crew. Thank you to all of you listening on the radio station. Thank you to all of you streaming on YouTube. Thank you to all of you streaming on Facebook. Thank you to all of you listening to our voices across the world right now. It's always a pleasure having this platform with you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you to all our amazing day ones. Thank you, Mr. Kempela, the next governor of Delta States, God willing. Thank you, Mombolali. And to everybody that could not get the mic to speak, I'm sorry, either it came late or we are about to close the space. It is not intentional. We cannot go on further. Hopefully you come to service next week on Saturday. We'll be back here on Saturday by 4 p.m. You come early, the mic will reach you. But right now, we're about to say goodbye from my side. Thank you, Big Mag, my brother. Thank you, Momi Anka Dede. I see you in Nigeria. Thank you, Naomi. Lawaski, Archie, my brother, get well soon. Thank you, Hanatu, Ogo, LP, Incoming Virus, Oluwadami, Larry, Shrubs, GKMA, Orias, Chinonso, Ibin, Amoda. Thank you, Prince, Mr. Waleri, Shilodo, my brother. Thank you so much. Please, Shilo, my heart goes out to all the Middle Beltans. We appreciate and love you guys. Thank you, Rookie, Antonia, Pinky, Duchess, I see you. Tony, thank you. Emmanuel, Dr. Dozier, thank you to all the amazing people that have reached out to donate for this case. I did not even expect that we're even going to raise a dime for anything today. Just the amazing spirit of the violence. As you guys are amazing. Thank you, Dr. Dozier. A New Nigeria, thank you. Ken Fang, thank you. Kenna, Yvonne, Margaret, you didn't come up to speak today. Thank you. The Democrat Watch, Polinium. Every one of you, Mr. Ikena, thank you so much. I cannot call all your names, but you guys are amazing. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. Uri, thank you so much. Oni, thank you. Please, guys, do not forget, if you're in Abuja tomorrow, please go to bed right now because you have to wake up as early as possible. Everybody needs to come out, and if you're not even in Abuja, wake up early as me. I'm going to try and wake up as early as possible so we can start putting fire from the timelines, supporting our brothers that will be taking over the courts tomorrow. Please, if you're in Abuja, go out there and show the obedient spirit, a resilient spirit, a spirit of not giving up, a spirit of our normal calm spirit, our normal obedient spirit, but do not cower to any of those thugs or any of those people that shall come out tomorrow that want to constitute nuisance. Stand up to them. Bullies are always scared when they're stood up to. Do not cower, do not falter, stay strong, and hopefully tomorrow shall be the beginning of the end of this criminal enterprise that have tried to hold on to power. Thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the violence space. Thank you to all of you for supporting the Parallel Facts. Thank you to the amazing, amazing Parallel Facts team from